только так, бля.
Я должна петь, что ли? Я не умею рэп читать.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
Here we go.
И только так, бля. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dealio? И только так, бля.
It seems natural to me, after this 25-year period of exploration, to turn my attention back to this world, the only one we know that is graced by life. Our technology has reached formidable, indeed even awesome proportions, and today it is time for the people to take control.
Hey guys, we're here in São Paulo, Brazil at Armory, and I'm really excited to introduce you guys to Pixel Team, and we have been working really hard. And this is a dungeon, this is where magic happens. This is Barbara, a narrative designer. We have here Bruno, who is a technical sound designer. We have some amazing art that Blanco has been doing, concept art. There's a lot of people we have been crushing in the like 2 teams. And here Marcos doing what amazing pixel art for the game. And here we have the hardcore programmers. Fabio has been working hard in so many clubs. Luna, she's also a creator of the Astolfos, Viste Astolfos. It's amazing, we found a great work for the post-its. And now they are populating the whole place, so we have a lot of Astolfos here. Because we have a lot of work, we have other team helping us. Everyone has been working hard here. I don't want to be on the way, but Mateus is here testing the game. He's our tester. So a lot of bugs, we have to fix it. We have here our art power up team. Pedro, Emily, so it's just the art and working it. Eduardo and all like doing amazing art because we have a a lot of 3D to do. And here we have Pino, which is focusing most of the time on the quest, and he's a programmer hardcore too that's like helping us with bugs, but he's focused on the quest, which is a quest. And Pedro, our game designer. Yay! So this is where we work. This is everyone that we're working in the game. A lot of people, a lot of work to do. We have all this to do, all this stuff. Until we finish this game, and I have to finish my work. So bye.
David, it's past your bedtime. You know that means lights out. Huh? What happened? David? Was that you?
In 1995, Pixel Ripped is back. Face the mighty power of 16-bit enemies. The struggles of a 9-year-old boy.
Dave. Oh, right. David.
And the ruthless battle of console fanboys.
Turbo Drive is better. That's it. Real gamers need power. Power system is for squares. Cool kids go turbo. Power system. Turbo Drive. Power system. Turbo Drive. Power system. Turbo Drive. Hey, George.
Join Dot and help her save the multiverse from the evil Cyberling Lord. Pixel Ripped 1995.
That's it. I'm sorry, but I need to protect you from your bad choices.
Get ready.
Don't worry, baby. Mommy's coming for you.
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
И только так, бля.
Dilly, yo. Dilly, yo. Dilly, yo. What the dilly, yo? Я должна петь, что ли? Я не умею рэп читать.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the drill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it. It's just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. It's just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dilly? No, what the dilly, yo?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Ja, dat is een pitch.
Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast. East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dealio? No, what the dealio?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
Я должна петь, что ли?
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance, baby. I'm the East Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Yes, bounce, bounce, bounce.
Я не умею рэп читать.
East Coast, West Coast.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Back to the grill again. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just for my dog. It's just for my dog. What y'all really want?
What the dealio? No, what the dealio?
И только так, бля.
Dealio, dealio, dealio. What the dealio?
It seems natural to me, after this 25-year period of exploration, to turn my attention back to this world, the only one we know that is graced by life. Our technology has reached formidable, indeed even awesome proportions, and today it is time for the people to take control.
If you ever need a good laugh, go to an Arnold soundboard.
Let's hear some more.
You have that one. It's like, I'm a cop, you idiot.
Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Welcome to Reds or Renegades with the Running Man. Hi,
Yes.
Hi Arnold. Wait, is Noof Nukem in here?
Okay, Mega snuck in.
Oh.
What
Oh,
Happening, K.
what's up, Diego?
What's up? Oh man, it's a full house tonight.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
I see. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, K Mega.
Hey,
Last time
hey.
I've seen this many people was on Crossfire.
Hey, we got more coming in the back door. Kate Mega, welcome, the guest of honor. I'm curious to know. Tell us about your gaming history. Your first.
Are we live?
We live.
We
live on the 405.
We doing all right. Okay, here we go. Man, all right, man. It started with me from little kid back in the late 70s, playing at a laundromat. My mom used to take me there to the laundromat, and so you couldn't really go outside and play with other kids that much because sometimes there weren't kids out there. So there was just this table arcade system, and I mean that goes way back. If you guys remember, I don't know how old everybody is on the panel, but that's how I knew it was Pac-Man, and there was another one with Joust. And
those are old school.
Yeah. So, table arcades. Not even the because the arcades didn't come until I think sometime in the
you had to stop when your neck hurt. I know.
Yeah. So then my mom would get up, because I would be bugging her and stuff. So she would just give me some quarters, and I would get right up in there and just start playing, and then that would keep me busy while she's doing laundry and stuff. And then ever since then, I've just kind of been just a huge fan of just games. Then it progressed to the arcades everybody knows, and then it just turned into the Atari 2600 and the NES. I had a Commodore. Didn't really know how to play with it. Older kids had to come over and show me how to play with it at the time, but I had a Commodore too. My grandfather found one. I don't know where the hell he found it at, but he did. So, then of course moved to NES, and then that's really when my gaming really went to another level. The game that really changed it for me and made me like just a hardcore gamer was Rygar. That was the game.
Oh, yeah.
That was my game.
Rygar's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mario and Ice Climber, Balloon Fight, all of that. I mean, I played the hell out of them, but Rygar was serious because I wanted to beat that game so bad, and so I didn't beat it until the 90s. But
that was a hard game.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, you're talking about a kid that was 10 years old at the time. It was just too difficult. But I gradually beat it about like 90, 91, something like that, because I never got rid of my NES. Matter of fact, I still got it in my closet now. And then just progress, just moved from there. Like, I mean, PlayStation, I got a Sega, and I kind of was getting away from the whole Nintendo thing. Got into just Sonic and just the more mature games that Sega had at the time. And then, of course, it progressed to the PlayStation. And I had a choice between the PlayStation or the Saturn. And the Saturn was just too expensive for me to get. Me working at a little pizza place, and I'm still going to school. I'm in high school.
Be glad you didn't get it, because I didn't have enough multiplayer games. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, I went to go and play it at a friend's house. I was always with friends that had something if I didn't have the other, but I went and got the PlayStation, and then I got introduced to one of my favorite games, as you guys know, if y'all listen to me on Next Podcast or GRG, or anywhere on Twitter, Tekken, the mighty Tekken. Tekken. So that drew me crazy, and then my love for fighters went further on. It was actually before that, but Tekken just kind of changed everything for me, and then. Then you go into even before that there was the Panasonic. I didn't own it, but I played on the Panasonic.
That 3DO, baby. Yeah.
I played on the 3DO. Friend had it at his house. Manuel, this dude named Manuel, he was from Guam. He had everything. He even had a pet python. So he had everything. He had the Neo Geo. He had the 3DO. Anything that you could think of, he had it at that time. He had the TurboGrafx 16. I mean, so we would always go over there. He had a swimming pool too, so like, you know, he was loaded. Like he was the rich kid in the neighborhood. So we always would go over there and play games over there if we didn't have, you know, any of those consoles or whatever. And I just gained. He even had at one time until, you know, I was grown at that point in time when the TurboGrafx 6. I mean, I'm sorry, the Atari Jaguar came out.
Jago bought one of those.
Yeah, he
had one.
He even had that, and that thing was awful. But I was and I played. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Manuel, man. He had everything.
That thing was hot garbage, K-Mac.
It was bad. I was happy I didn't even try to get it. I was just happy with my PlayStation, man. I was cool.
Hey, you don't tell him how bad it is when he's like, this is great. You're like,
he was playing. It was man, it was a fighter, but it was with robots. I forgot what the name of that game was. Then also had Primal Rage.
Yes, Primal Rage.
It had Primal Rage on it, I believe.
It had Kasumi Ninja. I know that. I bought it because of that game day one. It came with a fucking headband in the box.
Oh, man.
Did it really?
So, I
Yeah.
never played that one. I never played that. But, yeah, but it was awful. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't wait to get back on my PlayStation. But I was like, man. And so, you know, then just keep going on, man. Just, you know, diehard PlayStation guy. So I was, you know, PlayStation 2. You know, I bought by that time I had a son, and so I had my son in high school. So, you know, he was at that time, by the way, by the end of the cycle when it was starting to become the Dreamcast, stuff like that, he was one to get into games. So I got him a GameCube, and then I was getting ready to get me probably around I'm trying to think of what kind of system, because I got him a GameCube, but I was giving me something else, and then a friend talked me into playing on an Xbox. And this was, well, I didn't even know that Microsoft even had an Xbox at the time. And he kept telling me about, hey man, I got this thing, you know, because I know a lot of military people. So he said, I got this thing. He said, they say it's really dope. You know, it's American made. So I'm all about that. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go over there and I'm helping him trying to play, but then I see this big ass controller in his hand. And I'm like, yeah, the dude. And I'm like, this thing is the size of a dinner plate, man. I'm like, man, come on, man. Let me I got my PlayStation 2 in the trunk, man. We can go ahead and we can play this. He says, no, man. Come on, man. Just do it, man. People tell me that they got this one game on here that's really, 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 really dope. And I said, man, no. Anyways, he talked me into holding on to it and stuff. And then he turned on this game called Halo.
Oh, shit.
And I hated shooters. The only shooter that I liked was 007. GoldenEye. That was the only one.
I think everybody owned that.
Yeah, that's the only shooter. I wasn't really into shooters at all. I wasn't into Quake or any of those other games like that. Played them, but yeah, I just didn't. But GoldenEye was the one that I liked, and he told me that it had the 4-player split screen like GoldenEye, so that's what made me actually stay. And then I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. But the dude, man, it took me about 3 hours, three and a half hours to figure out how, because the controller was so awkward, you know, with the head movement and the body movement. And I'm like, but I don't know how to play. And he's like, come on, man, you know you're having fun because, you know, we throw the grenades and acting stupid or whatever. And then so when I finally got it, I started getting into it, and then he got into it. Then he called a couple other friends, and so then we did the 4-player co-op, and that changed everything. Like I caught ourselves. It took another couple of hours, you know what I'm saying, for them to learn as well. Just like, you know, we was trying to help them and teach them and stuff. It was a little bit quicker, not as long as me and him took, but once we taught them, I mean, you know, and we got it. Next thing you know, we started playing the game, and then we didn't stop playing it until like 9 o'clock the next day. Wow. And then it was like, what the hell? We ain't played no games like that since back in old PlayStation 1 days. And then that changed everything for me, because I was getting into the phase, because after the Dreamcast, I was kind of you know, I got a son now, I got a daughter coming, and I was like, you know, I got to be more mature on things, what I got to do. But Halo brought all of that gaming love back.
That gaming passion.
Yeah, it just brought it all back, and I could not get enough. And I'm like, I gotta get this Xbox. And then I didn't even know what games came with it at the time or whatever. So then when I found out they had Madden, and then they had NBA Live, I was like, oh, what? I'm okay. I was like, what? And then when I seen the graphics, and then I got into the knowing about the hard drive and all this other stuff, then I was like, hey man, this thing is better than my PlayStation 2. I don't know, So then it came into the era of the PlayStation 3, the 360, and I was kind of partial to my PlayStation because I've always been a PlayStation diehard. Like, I mean, but Xbox was still swaying me because of the games that I was playing on there and everything. In all actuality, if it really came down to it, Sega is my first love. Anything,
there you go.
Sega's my first love.
Sega's shit, dude.
And so what was crazy is that even though I was, if you really think about it, it was crazy to think about because I was a big fan of the Dreamcast, and that controller was kind of reminiscent to the Duke, but I didn't get it at the time because the Duke was just so goddamn big. It was massive. Like, so that's what it, and then like playing a shooter that was moving the bodies and stuff like that. And like I said, back in those days, I wasn't playing shooters. So that's what took me so long. But
I think that's a big thing with a lot of people that went from Dreamcast to Xbox. They didn't have as big of a, it wasn't as big as a transition because the Dreamcast controller was such a Hulk itself.
Yeah,
so
but
it kind of
think about it.
trained your
Sega
hands.
had it. Even Sega always had bigger controllers. They really did.
They did. They always did. And so, and I'm about to wrap it up because I mean we're getting close to where we at now. But it came to the point then to where I was like, all right, I got to make a decision because my son's now he knows what he wants. I want my own console. Other than I don't want no kiddie console. I want me a PlayStation. I want me an Xbox. So I seen that the PlayStation was $600. There was no way in hell I was getting two of those. So I got two 360s, and I knew a friend at KB Toy Store that was still around, and KB Toy Store. And so he was like, "Hey man, I got you. I can hook you up with a good price for it." And so I get you two for you and your kids. So I was like, all right, cool. So I got him that, and then that was it. Like the 360 was so different from the OG Xbox. And then when I finally did get a PlayStation 3, about maybe a couple of years later, it just didn't have the same impact because everything that the 360 did was just cooler. The features on it, all of that, like was just so it was all in your face. Like I'm like, man, this is technology, but the PlayStation still feels like PlayStation. I don't know if I did that anymore. So, and then that's kind of the whole era of the 360 kind of just evolved from me being, once this huge crazy PlayStation fan to now an Xbox fan, and then hearing all the history, going through, learning all this stuff about how Sega and Xbox, work together to make the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is one of my all-time favorite consoles next to the PlayStation 1. So I was like, okay, now I see this is where I belong. And so ever since then, this has been my primary console, and I don't think that's ever going to change because I don't think PlayStation ever evolving like.
Get that super chat, super.
Yes, thank you, and Fisto. He also became a member today. You're awesome. He says, testing, hit who? Oh,
hit the like button.
Hit that like button. Alexa Bless says, thank you very much, and Fisto. Hey, Mega, did you like SSX Tricky when you were on?
Oh man, those are I loved anything from EA Big. I mean, I even liked that motorcycle game that they had. Like that, the EA Big had some of the best games in that era. Like it was ridiculous. Like I mean, from even the Street series to the NFL Blitz. I'm like they did. I loved all of that. I loved everything that they did. Yeah, the SSX3 was my favorite over Tricky because once you beat the game, they took you to that mountain at this really big ass mountain at the end of the game, and that music was so epic when you hopped off the helicopter, and I was just like, oh, this is my favorite SSX.
You know what I think, and this is weird, but like a lot of these extreme sports games had some great music back in the day, and now they really don't. That they really don't now. Now it's almost like they're afraid to get or they can't get the trademarks or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
No, it's because they don't make good music anymore.
That's true.
That part's true. I will say one of my favorite all-time soundtracks in a game is Ridge Racer Type 4. I love that music in that game.
Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were pretty damn good.
And Wipeout XL. That's when I first kind of got into digging the whole techno type pop stuff. Yeah. And that with the Prodigy and all that, like that
Prodigy,
was
man, I love that shit.
Yeah. So it was wild.
I think Halo 3 did to me what Halo 1 did for you. Like Halo 3 changed me to stick to the 360. That game was freaking epic.
Yeah, no, it was. Halo just, like I said, Halo changed my life. Like it completely changed my whole thought about game. Because I've always been a gamer, but I've always kind of done other things. But Halo got me into it to where I wanted to read the lore. I wanted to know. I got into it like a comic book. Like it was crazy. Like I'm like, this is insane. Like I want to know more about Master Chief and the Covenant and everything else that's going on. So that's. I don't know, man. I mean, I have to say, I like the evolution of what I didn't at first because I was nervous about it with God of War, but I've always been a huge God of War fan, and so I have to say that what they're doing with God of War on the PlayStation, I think that they're doing a really good job. Yeah.
I agree, and I was a huge God of War fan.
Fire.
The original God of War.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your mama.
Thank you.
I fist your mama.
I fist your mama.
$3.
Halo on fire.
For that $3, Alexa, don't fist my mom, please. She says thank you.
No, I agree. I'm a huge old school God of War fan, but I never understood the hate that the new God of War got because I didn't miss any of the jumping or any of that shit. Even though I love the original God of War series, I love the new God of War just as much.
I wasn't nervous so much about the jumping and all that stuff. It was the direction that they took. Because when you read articles and interviews, they were talking about they were softening Kratos, like they were making, and I'm like, no,
babysitting the kid the whole
Yeah.
time.
You got a kid coming in here like, no, man, what are y'all doing? Y'all can't make Nathan Drake be soft. Not like, don't do that. Don't do this to this man. Like he is the epitome. That's the only dude I think that's on PlayStation that can walk up and give Master Chief, you know what I'm saying, maybe an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. But that's how much I respect, the whole God of War game. But after playing it, I've came and I said that I was wrong a million times. That I wasn't looking forward to it. I was saying that I wasn't even going to get it, and then somebody got it for me. Big shout out to Sin Vendetta. And I have to say, man, I was thoroughly impressed, and I like the direction where they're going.
The story was deep.
Yeah.
Very deep. You know what's funny is out of the God of War series, the
Let's-
newest
let-
one, it had me wanting to see more of the player side of Kratos. Like in the older ones, like where's all the women at?
Yeah.
I want to see him go to like Geralt levels here.
With these graphics, I'm ready to see one.
Kratos,
you're not there yet.
I want to see those titties in 4K, damn it.
Twirl that stick around a couple times.
Hey, baby, how are you today?
Why, hello there.
Hey, Butcher Van, what about you? We haven't heard your gaming history yet.
Oh man, we couldn't have a game like that for God of War because the whole time Kratos would be saying, "Boy, close your eyes."
right.
You're not
And I have to
doing it right, boy.
I think some people may not like the kid, but I thought the kid turned out to be pretty damn awesome, especially towards the end of the game. He was a badass.
Especially if you finish the game and realize, once they tell you who and what he's gonna be.
Yeah, what he's gonna be. And he's dope. He's dope.
Yeah, he's dope.
I'm sorry, let me shut up now.
I thought it was cool being able to armor him up too. That was kind of the most excitement thing for me. Is like you sit there and you get a new armor piece or something. You're like, oh man, now he looks so badass. Like I'm gonna go bust some fools. But yeah. Anyways, so my gaming history, I was always more of a hand me down gamer. So when I was younger, so my brother's like 8 years older than me. And he always ended up getting all the new game consoles and everything. And then I when he'd go disappear with his friends and I'd jump on and I'd play something. Up until he went into the military. At that point, I played just about anything I could find. I played Atari, Nintendo, Sega, and then I think my very first system I ever got was that I could call mine was probably the N64, to be honest. Because I was more of a hand-me-down kind of thing,
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that was my first actual purchased system that I was actually able to buy. But I think the most memorable memories for me were Halo, doing those huge parties where you'd grab your TV, you'd grab your Xbox.
Oh, LAN parties, yes.
Yeah, the LAN party.
Yeah.
You'd grab everything in your whole entire house, you put it in the back of your car, and you drive to your friend's house 30 minutes away. And then there'd be 16 people there, and everybody's spread out and in different rooms of the house. All the windows are open because it's blazing hot in the house with so many people. And then you hear people yelling from across the house, "Oh, who killed me?" But I think that was probably one of the most memorable things.
Hey, Butcher Van, real quick, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm gonna chug a beer right now. I got 1 6-pack. I get drunk off 1.5 beers. So here goes my first one.
Oh man,
you sound like my ex-girlfriend.
1.5 beers, huh?
Wait, he's drinking Bush, right?
That's Fork Boy.
Fork Boy. What's up?
Sorry.
What?
So you have to drink 2
What's up,
beers
what
to
happening,
have
Fork
Bush
Boy?
equal 1.
Not much.
Happy to have you.
Okay, chug.
You haven't even updated your avatar yet, Fork.
I gotta update it on the actual thing, my actual guy.
Google.
I guess.
What? Fuck, you scared me.
The hell was that?
No shit.
Wait, man, what kind? Hey.
Hey.
He's not used to it. He's used to
Oh,
his
she wants to
margaritas.
watch me chug a beer. Watch. You're my
Chug,
witness.
chug, chug,
Say
chug,
hi to,
chug,
say hi
chug.
to Fork Boy and Butcher Van and
Hi to
Stinking Corpse.
Stinking
Kate
Hi,
Mega.
Stinking Corpse. I remember you.
Say hi, K Mega.
Dude, you drank
Hi,
1 beer and you
K-
sound
K
wasted already.
Mega.
Hi, Kate
We're all,
Mega.
we're all chopped liver. That's the way it goes.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers. How you doing?
Jago Coogan.
Jago Coogan. Hi.
And Vader. I can't see who's
I don't
to
think
the left
everybody
of
wants
that.
to say hi to me.
Hi, Mrs. Supersonic.
They say hi,
Oh,
Mrs.
there's a
Supersonic.
Mrs. Supersonic?
Yes.
They say, fuck you. They said go cook me some food.
Yeah.
And some beef
They'll do
jerky.
it.
And some beef jerky. I'm chugging beer.
She said bend over. She says bend over. She'll stick them cheese sticks up your ass.
Get him some mac and cheese and a daiquiri right now.
They said you're gonna shove cheese sticks up my ass.
That's not a bad idea.
She's down. She's down.
How come you got the whole 6-pack in here?
Because I'm getting fucked
Better than
up.
having the whole 12-pack in there.
Less trips to the fridge.
He only needs
Exactly.
2.
Walk to the kitchen.
Did I chug that or what?
Yes, you tried.
Woo!
Woo! Good for you, gold star.
He'll be fell out of the chair in about 5 minutes.
What?
You gotta run.
What? Yeah. What?
He'll be passed out drooling on his chair.
What?
One down.
One more to go.
Stink Horse, did you say Santa Claus?
No, I fucking did.
No.
Not Santa Claus.
Fuck no.
Get out here, Santa. We got donation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Only we knew she really existed.
Fisto. What did it? Hi, Ave Wish. I don't know how to say your name.
Avish.
Z Black Rider. Noof Boom. What did he say on that?
As a second-year player, like this is just, and then coming out and dropping 60.
Jago, Mr. Reed stuff. What did he say in that super?
For the super chat, he said, "Ha ha ha, Mrs. Supersonic." I said it already.
That's not funny.
Wow.
Where's my Noof Kaboom Boom?
Wow.
He's already
What
drunk.
the hell are you talking about?
So how many? You had one beer?
There it is.
He chugged it.
That's like 2% alcohol, dude.
I haven't drank anything except the margarita last summer. I get drunk easy. What's up, CCS Freeberg?
CSS freelance, man.
You're a cheap fucking date.
Yes, I see Black Rider. One beer and he's down.
Fuck. Okay, I'm on my second beer. Butcher Van, go ahead with your gaming history.
Hey, are you sure those beers aren't the ones that they made for Hurricane Katrina, where they made water in the beer cans?
That's a possibility. Oh, we got an Amish person in here.
How do we have an Amish person anywhere?
If the fact that we're on this podcast right now, are anybody
I thought of too. Like
he said, "Hey, Stink Jago" in the chat. It said Amish.
The fact that anybody's listening to this podcast and the people that are on it, though, that can pretty much guarantee you that none of these people are Amish, because Amish don't use electricity, motherfucker.
They're going to hell.
Oh hell.
Well, they're going to have fun.
Oh wow.
Was that news?
Someone said Noof we need Noofonomics. You know what Noof did? He fucking sold his Switch, which that's a good. You know how much Switches are going for right now? It's crazy. They're going for like $500 if you have the what's that stupid game with animals?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, the Animal Crossing one's going for like $700-800.
That's retarded.
That's crazy. No.
We don't say they're retarded where we say it's retarded.
Special.
No, you say that's mentally challenged.
That's really slow.
I grew up and it was retarded, damn it.
Yeah.
That's what his teachers called him too.
Hey, Forkboy, you know what I'm gonna do at the end of the stream? I'm gonna
go puke in a toilet.
I'm gonna play the game I won from your podcast, Shower with My Dad.
Oh,
you screaming it?
Oh, this party is mad.
Yeah, Super's got all the daddy games.
And the daddy issues.
Yeah, Spencer gifts all his games on Steam to Super. Did you get any more recently?
I got a few. I got one with what is it? There's some games Phil Spencer gifted me where you it's like a bunch of penises or something.
I have no idea.
Sounds up your alley.
Genital jousting.
Yeah,
genital jousting.
We're gonna play that too.
Oh man.
Animal Crossing for how much did you say?
Like $700, $800.
And you can get an arcade one-up machine for $50 to $50.
Dude, I'm going Walmart. I'm going Walmart tomorrow and seeing if they're $50.
You'd probably be shit out of luck by now, Super.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I could have run across that Star Wars one, I'd have bought that. $50, dude. Shit.
God.
I wish they offered them online.
Me too. I wish they offered them in Canada.
They offer nothing in Canada.
Nothing.
No one lives in
When they
Canada.
do, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, we don't get as many of the cool stuff as our friends in the U.S. do, unfortunately.
I know.
So don't you just drive across the border, buy it, and then drive back?
Sneak back over.
Actually, yeah, technically I could. I'm closer than Jay. I'm only like
Oh, you're way
40
closer than
minutes.
I am.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
10 hours. I'm 10-hour drive from the border.
The price of video games in Canada would be a #1 reason for me not
That'd be
wanting
my
to live
incentive
there.
to do
Yeah,
it.
with tax, it's like just a bit over $90.
Yeah,
it's so,
$93.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
yeah.
That's like a digital deluxe version. Every
Yeah,
game.
with everything.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
And that's just the base.
And that's why people were saying, "Oh, did you see that they're offering Super Mario U for the Switch?" And it was like, "Yeah, but it's still fucking $60."
That's so stupid. That's so Nintendo.
And $60 in States is $90 Canada.
Yeah.
I think the smart people just kept their Wii U because it's the same shit. You get to play the Zelda, the best game on there on the Wii U. And
No, I picked one up for $50, the Final Fight cabinet, brother. Yesterday.
$50.
$50.
50.
I put
$3.50.
I put the receipt in there.
He'll sell it to you for $150.
Yeah.
Put together.
Someone better tweet Xbot448. We're playing Battletoads.
They haven't said anything about this.
Battletoads.
You know, Xbot's gonna rip you a new one.
But Noof, that's 150 Canadian.
Noof, they haven't said anything about the Simpsons one-up arcade machine. I don't know if that's actually coming.
What do y'all think about the new Battletoads?
It looks
I like
stupid.
What do we really know?
Have you seen the new Thundercats cartoon? It kind of looks like that.
So awful.
I love the original Battletoads. I mean, I'll even go back and play them now. I mean, I'm gonna play it because it's gonna be in Game Pass. I'll be honest, but I would never pay $60 for that.
I'll say this, like, I originally I was so hyped for a Battletoads game. I was always championing it, please make it. It's a very unique IP, a unique beat 'em up that Xbox could really use, in my opinion. And you look at the gameplay being seen right now, like, this is really cool. You got all kinds of crap going on. All the characters look cool. They look mean.
I almost prefer the look of that Invader to what the new one looks like.
But it's like, and the new art that they have for it, I'm really not sure what they're going for, because they all look like super happy, like all the enemies. They don't look mean. They don't look like enemies at all.
They look like the Ninja Turtles when the Ninja Turtles come on television.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it doesn't look like Battletoads. I mean, even the Battletoads themselves don't look like super cool.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, man. To me, it's like I think where the expectation came is when they seen
Rash and Killer Instinct,
and they were like, oh my god, like a Rash with those type of graphics, and you make a Battletoads like that. Everybody was anticipating the game to be like that, and I think it already got just had everybody just disappointed just for the mere fact because
you got
like the original. So
you got Rash looking that good in Killer Instinct, and then you're coming out with this weird ass hand drawn Battletoads that nobody asked for. So the expectation was already high because how good Rash looked in Killer Instinct. And let's be honest, we would all go out and buy that day one if every character looked like Rash.
Yeah,
but then
I agree with you completely. Yeah,
but then you see the hand, and I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm not against hand drawn, but that hand drawn and the colors they use, the color palette they use, just looks so fucking weird.
The color palette is probably the biggest factor. Yeah, it doesn't look mean like.
Yeah,
it looks like
that angry look.
It looks like like a Barbie's Playhouse version of fucking Battletoads.
Right. So.
Yeah. Well, you want these. You want these unique characters.
Jago knows all about that.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. There you go.
Who paints the wood that we see streaming? Jago, where's my one-up arcade? Santa sucks. Game Pass the best. Retro Renegades. #beer.
Did he say Santa Claus?
Yeah. No, he didn't say bring him out.
Merry Christmas!
Santa!
No, I'm just I'm gonna play it. If you're an old school Battletoads fan, you'll play it. Just especially if you got Game Pass, you'll play it. But I don't. I don't.
Maker said no.
Well, no, I'm gonna take a hard pass. Just
Okay,
Why would I-
Hey guys, I understand that you guys aren't a big fan of the art style because of what we've seen with Rash in Killer Instinct, but you guys can't deny that Streets of Rage 4 with
Streets of Rage 4 looks fire, dude.
cartoony graphics still looks fire.
That's fire, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That looks cool, but graphic god, the new Battletoads looks like rejected Thundercat.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
It looks
Whoa.
like it's serious tone though. That's the thing. Like if it kept the serious tone and they did the hand drawing, I would think I would still be up for it. But it's too colorful. It reminds me of like the Clooney Batmans. Like you can't go from Michael Keaton Batman to George Clooney Batman.
Oh God, George.
You can't do it. That's why I look at it like when you look at the original Battletoads, even though it still was kind of dark, like everything looked serious. You can't take that tone away from Battletoads because they're kick-ass, creatures that kick ass of other creatures.
Here's a scenario. Here's a scenario you guys aren't anticipating. What if the graphics look very cartoony, very kid-like, but the words coming out of their mouths are "motherfucker"? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Maybe, but I haven't seen it. They had it at last year's E3, and you would think if people that had played that would have reported on that by now. I don't remember.
I've seen it. I've seen it in person, and I wasn't, and I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys follow me, but I'm pretty. I'll say how I feel. Doesn't matter how doesn't matter about anybody else take it, but I'll play pretty much anything. But I stood in line and I was watching it being played, and the combat looked kind of cool. I'm not gonna take away from that. The combat looked pretty cool, but I did not want to stand an hour or so in line just to play it. I walked away. So that should tell you something right there from my point of view. I just wasn't, but I stood in line for 2.5 hours for Bleeding Edge. So I mean, and you know how people are indifferent about Bleeding Edge, but I that game it just turns me off. I don't know, but I mean, I'm gonna play it just because of nostalgia. But I don't know.
Like I said, I got Game Pass, and I'm a Battletoads fan. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna beat it. If I play it more than once, I'll be surprised. But I'll go through it and play it. It's just the color palette for me. And I'm not mad that we're getting a Battletoads game. I mean, more games for Xbox, the better. I would have preferred if it didn't have that color, that crazy, real bright, vibrant color palette that it's got. I think that if it didn't have that color palette and was a more gritty, darker color palette, I think it would look better. I think it would be more accepted by people.
My question is, though, were they expecting these kinds of reactions? Because they must have known, even like when they were developing this and doing the character models, that this would put, well, not only classic fans, but just, people looking at like, well, this kind of looks very cartoony and not like the Battletoads that everybody knows and loves from way back when. Sure, things change. I get that you update things and whatnot, but it's just there's something missing there. And I just thought they would have caught on to it, especially when Phil's been kind of teasing this for the past couple of years now. And then when they announce it, it's like, well, okay, the color palette, I mean, you can go back and forth on it, but just the actual character models, it looks a little too, like the animations look pretty slick, but just it looks a little too, even when they're fighting, it just looks more like they're friendly in a lot of ways just because of how colorful it is. I don't know. I have to see more of it. Like I really, just the first impressions of this game don't really get me excited, and they've been really quiet on the game ever since they.
Well, didn't they first announce that or say something about it like way back in the day, like E3 2014 or some shit or 15?
No.
I mean, I thought it was. I thought it had been like talked about, revealed or mentioned like a while back.
I think it was 2018 or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could have sworn I heard something about it even way before that, and that's why I was under the impression. The reason why we hadn't seen anything about it for so long is because they were going in that Rash from Killer Instinct direction.
Well, Phil's been teasing it. Like I remember years ago, like he had a Battletoads T-shirt or symbol on it at an event, and that was before Rash even got announced. And then people are like, "Oh, Battletoads," and that's what people got excited about. Oh, they're why would he wear that? And then Rash came, and then why is Rash here? He's kind of a random character. And then we finally got a Battletoads game. They only had the little speeder announced running through with the Battletoads name, and everybody was excited. And then once we saw gameplay, like 8, 9, almost a year later, I was like, well, so this is what we've been waiting for. Like, again, I don't want to knock it so much because I haven't seen the full product yet, but they've been really silent about it, and that's what kind of worries me.
Yeah,
I think the thing that would have got me really excited is if they did like a remake of like a speeder level,
Mm-hmm.
and then like actually took the speeder level and then just remade it and made it current graphics and redid it. I think that probably would have had me the most excited because, yeah, like you guys say, it doesn't look like they progressed it enough, or they should have just did a remake like how Final Fantasy's been doing it and they've been killing it, like
or Resident Evil.
Or I mean Resident Evil, sorry. Like they're just doing a full on remake and they're keeping it pretty close to the original, except for 3, Resident Evil 3. That was a little different, but you know what I mean. They're keeping it pretty close to the original, and then that's where everybody likes it. It's like the nostalgia type thing versus where they're changing too much. It kind of gets people turned off.
And the thing is, too, Rare is overseeing this project. They're not directly making it, but they're overseeing it. And you'd think that they would have more, like, I don't know, that they would stick more to the source material than what we've been shown, and that's what's frustrating.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I totally agree. Oh, hey, I feel bad. Butcher didn't even get to finish his story about how he became a gamer. I kind of want to know everything.
Yes.
I think we ended on Halo.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
if I remember correct.
The LAN parties, yeah.
Yeah, but LAN parties were like one of the biggest things when I was, in basically, I guess it was high school at the time, or just before freshman year, I guess. So, anyways, we were doing LAN parties like crazy. At that time, I was more just like K Mega. I was more of a PlayStation gamer than really an Xbox gamer, but I did love Halo. Halo was like the game on Xbox that I only played if I played a game on Xbox at the time. Other than that, everything else to me at that time was racing. I was racing gamed out, and I loved PlayStation racing games. I think they've I don't think racing games to this day on PlayStation are as good as they can be.
They've kind of fell off back in.
They've fallen off. They've fallen off. Yeah. I still buy them. Yeah.
When you came from Ridge Racer and GT, Gran Turismo, and all those games that we grew up on, they definitely fallen off.
Yeah, Gran Turismo, man, that thing, it was just so good. And on Xbox, I think my very first game on Xbox for racing, like when I transitioned back to Xbox, I think was Project Gotham. And ever since then, Project Gotham was like, I loved Project Gotham.
Me too.
I was what they call a kudo fiend, I guess, right?
Couldn't you put your own music in that game too? Right?
Yeah,
that was cool too.
Your CD in, and you could rip your CD in. Man, the good old times.
The good old days.
Beer number 3. Go ahead.
But yeah, ever since then, racing games were my jam. Like everything racing, and I kind of branched off from there. I went to play PC gaming back in the day. Did a lot of Counter-Strike. Like back in the boom headshot days, or everybody runs faster with a knife kind of thing. Which only people that played Counter-Strike back then understand those references.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
But so now I play games, but I test a lot of games. And so that's basically what I do. I like to do now is control test. So test controller motions, controller functions, test glitches on how movement is.
Yeah.
You submit it and report it. That's basically what I like to do now. So
wow.
there's been a lot of people that tried calling me out of my gamer card and everything. They're like, "Hey man, you don't game. Look at you. You haven't logged on for like 6 months." I'm like,
Who cares?
I'm like, you know what? I was like, if you think that people only have one profile or you don't even know what they do in their life,
Exactly.
like, you know, like I find it comical at best. But
If you own a system and a game, you are a gamer. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what your
Yeah.
score is.
Amen.
Nope. Amen.
What I always say, until they give me my points from me playing back on the arcade,
Exactly.
Damn right.
achievement points don't even
I would
matter.
have hit $1 million a long time ago.
I would have been already the man with the million.
If every system we ever played on, Atari, 3DO, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, what I say, Jaguar, even throw Jaguar in there. All these systems, if we had achievements for every game we played growing up, we'd all be the man with the fucking million or more.
Right.
Put it that way.
You know, the thing that really irritates me is I lost my gamer tag a long time ago on Xbox, and I tried recovering it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what's your credit card from X years ago?"
Oh,
And I'm like,
fuck.
"Why?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Are
Like,
you
I'm
kidding
gonna
me?
know
That's the
that.
only way I can recover my account." They're like, "Yeah, you need that number," and I'm like,
That's all right.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make this point because Butcher said something that triggered this one thing of why it really made it apparent why I really made that deep hard switch from and I'm going to continue to buy a PlayStation, but but for being a primary once primary PlayStation gamer to now an Xbox, it was because of the hacking situation.
Yeah,
that got me. They got me. They got me good, and it was one of those things for me where I was like, all right, I've been a supporter for this console and for this company for so many years. Like, how are you guys going to do me like this? Like, I mean, I took it personal. I really did. So that was the thing that did it for me, because the way that they were trying to withhold my money and it took my bank to give me my money and for me to get a lawyer to try to fight back to get my money. That just took the air out the balloon. So I was like, I'm done. I'm pretty much done. You're secondary. You just be glad that I still buy you. So
yeah,
that was my
and see the other thing too is like back in the Xbox 360 era, like I loved Project Gotham. I loved playing racing games, especially on the 360. But I had so many problems with my 360s. Like, a lot of people talk like they love the 360, and I had the opposite effect on the 360. Like, I love my Xbox One, but for 360, I mean, I owned like 5 Xbox 360s because they kept breaking on me. And at one point, I just got so fed up with it, so I bought like a PS3, you know, and played PS3 until PlayStation 4 came out, and then I bought the Xbox One. You know, but that kind of thing it really irritated me because I sent in like 2 of my Xbox 360s for the Red Ring of Death, and then it was like 2 months until I got them back.
Wow.
You know.
Oof.
And then at that point, I just
Wait.
got so sick of it. I was like, why am I sending these in? I'll just buy another one. So I bought a new one. You know, and I don't know. I wasn't very happy at that time, and so that's when I made the switch to PlayStation back then from 360 to PS3. And then I transitioned from PS3 to PS4, and at the new console cycle back in 2014, I bought both the PS4 and the Xbox One. And I've been doing both ever since, you know.
You know what's crazy?
Up until recently, I just started doing PC gaming again. You know, ever since December when I won a PC.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was odd. Where did you win that from? I forget.
On the Xbox Extra Life.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, so that was the extra life is a really good thing. So, you know, I put in some money to donate to that, and I ended up winning one of Roby's built PCs.
Oh, that's awesome.
But you know what's really cool about it is like I never wanted to. I was always a console gamer. I considered myself a console gamer, but until I won a PC, then I started PC gaming again. Ever since the last time I played PC games was basically Counter-Strike, you know, and Half-Life and games like that. That was the last time I played PC games, you know, like
long time ago.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
they definitely changed.
Yeah, and so
Sorry.
you know, I got back into PC gaming, and now I lately I've been playing Diablo like crazy. So this is my third time playing Diablo. I've platinumed it on PlayStation, and I didn't get to a full 100% achievement on Xbox, but then yeah, so I started playing it on PC again. So I've put a lot of hours into Diablo 3.
Butcher, I've had that game for like 3 years and I never played it.
Oh wow!
Oh, really?
Do I need to
Really?
start
Diablo?
playing that?
It's addictive.
Is
It's addictive. It's fun.
It's really good.
It took them a long time to fix the game because it's had a lot of problems. But you know how like that meme goes around where people are saying that a broken game is broken forever or whatever that meme is.
Mhm.
That is totally not true nowadays. That meme was created back in the day before updates happened. Now companies have proven that they can still release a broken game, and with time they can fix it. And I mean, given that's not the way that
That's a lot of
we
people's
should-
problems with gaming now, though, Butcher.
yeah, that's not how we should want to accept the
No.
game. But in all reality, the game's not bad forever because they can fix it.
Are we talking Diablo 3?
Yeah, well, all games in general, like
Oh.
any game, like look at Rainbow Six Siege. When Rainbow Six
Yeah.
Siege got released, look how broken that game was, right?
Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
Online. That
I
game
mean,
was
and now look at
terrible.
Rainbow Six Siege. It's 5 years running, and it's freaking still killer. You know, like, so I don't believe a lot of those things when people say the game's bad forever. If you know, like, I understand when game developers delay a game to try and not put that on people, where it's buggy at release. Kind of like Ori, you know, like why would they have released Ori when they could have just held it back maybe 2 weeks and had that first day one patch on day one when it releases ready to go?
Yeah, that was one of the questions that tripped me out too. Is why in the world would they let a reviewer get a hold of the buggiest version that they got without fixing the bugs first and then giving the giving it to them so they can do it?
Like Days Gone last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Days Gone
know-
play a lot better now.
Oh, yeah.
Days Gone. Yeah.
You know, and see, that's the thing too, is like a lot of people don't understand with like naturally testing games like I do. You know, like I see a lot of those things, and then based on time frame, I can usually pin it together whether it's going to be ready for release or not by the window. So like if there's a version that I test and then you play it and it's like, hey, there's 4 weeks out, you're like, depending on what's wrong with the game, you already know whether it's going to be ready to go or not by release. So I've called a couple games out like that. Fallout 76 was one of them. I said Fallout 76 would not be ready at release, and which they weren't. But you know, it's just one of those things that, you know,
Fallout 76 still isn't ready, right? Isn't that game still doing terrible?
it's a lot better. It's a lot better than it was.
It is.
I mean, AI 2 weeks ago asked if they could quit playing it.
Oh yeah, didn't y'all talk about that last week?
Yeah,
yeah, that's insane. I heard that shit because I listened to it the next day. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And
Like
AI
there's an
asked to
article,
quit?
an AI asked to quit, and then it also sent an email to the director for Fallout and asked if he could fix the game and all this other stuff. Just at the AI basically was like, "Please let me quit. Please just."
That was crazy. An AI wanted to quit playing the game and it sucked so bad.
It makes you wonder if there was a developer that did that.
Put
on
that in
purpose.
there.
That's terrible. I couldn't believe that shit, dude.
It's thinking.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's kind of my gaming history. You know, like I've always had that like kind of hand me down thing from my older brother, and then I just enjoyed gaming ever since. You know, I've always enjoyed gaming and played a little bit of everything, but I think my most memorable experiences have always been racing games, and in my mind will always be racing games. But I kind of wish that for the future, I kind of wish MMOs will make a return, because MMOs over the last 6 years have been pretty boring and dead, in my
They're
opinion.
bombing.
Yeah, and so I'm really hoping that there's something in the works to kind of revitalize that.
Have you played Blessed Unleashed yet?
I'm playing it right now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've played it. It feels like a 4-year-old game, though.
Yeah, let me know when you get to level 20 and you find out that it's open PvP.
Yeah, I know. I think I am at like level 18, but I know that they added, because when you go into the dungeons, you see the options of what they have the further that you get, and I was like, really? That they have PvE in here? That's crazy.
Oh no, it gets better. Mighty Raider, he's in the UK, spent 6 hours waiting for a bone dragon to spawn along with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Bone dragon spawned, got it down to 1%, and a whole bunch of people came in and PK'd all of them.
There's one
And
game that I'm
when he
really
submitted a
excited
ticket, the response was, well, it's open PvP. So, I mean, mind you, you're playing a game that, yes, it was bought by Bandai, but the game itself was actually shut down on PC. That's how bad it was. And from what I've talked to people that actually played it on PC and played it on Xbox, they said there's no difference. The game is
Really?
exactly the same.
I
There's
know
still the
people-
same bugs, still the same issues.
Are any of you guys
I-
playing Phantasy Star Online? That's
I am. I would have had my character at a level 55, but I'm working between 3 different characters, so my highest ranked character is almost a 40 right now. So
I want to try
think-
that.
I think Elder Scrolls plays better than Blessed Unleashed, to be honest.
Oh, I loved Elder Scrolls.
It's a little jerky for me though over there on the Elder Scrolls. I got a friend that's all he plays is that. Like, he was asking me to come in and to play with him. I bought it because he asked me to, and you know, I play all different types of the games, and so by the time that I try to go there, he's like some kind of I couldn't even tell you his rank, but he's way past me. And I'm like, how am I going to be fighting guys with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, are you crazy? I'll help you. No, you won't.
You know, the game that has me the most excited coming out, well, supposed to be coming out soon, it's called New World.
Yeah, Amazon's.
Yeah, Amazon's game.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And that game has me really excited because it's like it's kind of like an Age of Conan kind of MMO, but it looks like it's gonna have better PvP.
That's entirely open PvP, though.
No, they came out and said that
Yeah, they changed it. So
there's
they're
going to be
it's gonna
areas
be-
that are PvP. Yeah, because the alpha testers played it, and apparently
like
there's a lot of pushback on it. And so what they did is now there's going to be areas that are and areas that are not. The areas that are open PvP, you can get better rewards because it's based on a system where if you hold like this castle, the longer you hold it, the more it unlocks, the stronger enemies you get, the more crafting you can do. So the whole point is to hold that area so you can, do more stuff. And so, if you don't do PvP, yeah, you won't get as good of stuff, but you're still supposed to be able to get good stuff. So
Yeah,
kind of back
like
and forth.
PvP's always been a touchy subject because like some games have tried to implement like a acknowledgement to PvP. So if someone attacks you, then you have to attack back to be PvP.
Yeah.
Or but there's always been ways that players have found ways to get around it. So like like back in the day when I played Lineage, I don't know if you guys have ever heard
Oh,
Lineage.
I
2.
love Lineage.
Oh yeah.
The
Lineage
first one
2.
or the second
Lineage
one?
2. Yeah, the second one.
I played the first one. Oh man.
Yeah, and people would
Old
always
school.
find certain ways to PvP, even though you had to hit back to PvP. And that's the thing is like they can find a way to trick you to PvP, and every game I feel like is gonna still run into those same issues when they mix worlds that are PvP/PvE games.
See, like my thing is name a game that actually succeeded at being PvP based. I mean, there's no MMO that I know of that's ever succeeded on being strictly PvP. Every single one of them
World
has
of
crashed. and died.
Warcraft.
No. Strictly PvP based. And actually,
Oh, I
World of
know
Warcraft, shut down every single one of their PvP servers because they weren't that populated and migrated them all with the rest of them.
Star Wars Galaxies was good.
What's that
yeah.
old school one? Dang, now I can't remember it. It was like based on Robin Hood shit. Trying to think of
Robin Hood
like,
shit. That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
No, Robin Hood and shit.
Yeah. I can't remember. It came out in the late 2000s, or I mean early 2000s or late 90s.
Beer
it
for
was strictly PvP.
I mean, it was so good that nobody can remember it. That's what I'm getting at, though. Is
it was super popular.
I'm fucked.
It came out before WoW.
She's leaving super alone
EverQuest came
because
out
she's
before
gonna get
WoW.
laid tonight.
It came out before
Hell
EverQuest.
yeah.
They're making a new one.
Oh, no.
I can't remember the name of it.
It isn't Guild Wars, is it?
No.
Oh man, I really
Guild Wars
wish.
wasn't strictly PvP. It had set areas.
Wait,
I really wish
what
Guild
about?
Wars makes another MMO.
I'm
I
trying
really
to
hope
look
so.
it up.
You know, another thing, I hope to God that they are remaking WoW to the new standards. Like
That'd be cool.
I like WoW. When I went back to play WoW, I was like, wow, this game's old and everything's old in it, and the menu system's old. If they just updated it to like 2020 times, I think that would revitalize the whole entire genre of WoW. People would return to it, but the game just feels so old, and it's still semi clunky, and I think that they could do a lot just putting 4K textures and everything into it, you know, like making it feel new again.
Butcher Van, I was so addicted to that game, it's not even funny.
Y'all talking about this WoW shit. It's about to make me
Yeah,
wow.
That's good. It needs to come. Dude, if any of these consoles, like if Sony or Xbox said this is coming to consoles, I'd be like, oh shit.
I mean, someone did data mine that they're putting controllers in the new expansion to where they'll actually work instead of having to use a mod, and they're also updating it to where you can use the adaptive controller.
I think
whether it's coming to console, I don't know.
At least for the I mean, both consoles will be capable, but for the Xbox, definitely. I mean, when they added mouse and keyboard support, I said that this opens up a whole new area to where PC gaming can finally be coming to consoles like we've never seen before. And if they do those changes to where you can have both games being games being supported by console and by mouse and keyboard and by controller, it's a win for everybody.
Yes. Oh man, when Xbox showed up Planet Coaster, I was like, oh shit. I love that.
I'll try PC. I got a PC.
So, are you talking about Ultima Online? Whoever was talking about the
No, it's called Dark Age of Camelot.
Oh, yeah,
but it
Dark
says
Age.
it has PvE. So
yeah, Dark Age of Camelot was the first system to actually introduce PvE, PvP, and what they called
Realm
RPvP.
versus Realm.
Yeah, which I mean, a lot of people did, but what suffered the problem, and a lot of people couldn't doing it, was the same thing that killed Warhammer Online. People would run around adding things like on Warhammer Online. People would set campfires. Well, when you have 100 people set 10 campfires each, the servers can't handle that many campfires being in one spot, being lit, and actually run the data. So they'd crash the server. On Dark Age of Camelot, people would spawn horses and other stuff, and it would just crash the server.
You know what MMO has kind of pissed me off that they haven't brought to Xbox yet is Final Fantasy 14.
It's coming this year.
But see, that's what they've said the last 2 years.
It was said at XO19. Phil Spencer said in an interview that all Final Fantasy, and he was asked about Final Fantasy 14, and he said that they're working on it. And then there was an interview with the head of Sony Interactive that runs Final Fantasy 14, and he said they're working on it. The only thing that they're having trouble with and trying to make sure it works correctly is that you can do cross save and cross play across the board. So when you fire up your Xbox, you can bring your PC or PlayStation guy across.
Right. No, that would be amazing because I have a PlayStation guy that I've been playing with like years. Like this was like 4 years ago, that I played Final Fantasy 14. But for those of you that haven't played the game, oh my gosh, the boss fights in that game, like the raids, are so much fun. Like 36,
It's
40
fun,
player raids.
but I feel like a mailman in that game because I was told by everybody I've talked to, don't do any side quests, just stick to the main story.
Yeah.
And all I do is go from one guy to the next guy to the next guy to the next guy till I finally get to the point to do the next dungeon, to do the next raid. I mean, the boss fights and dungeons are fun, but up to that point, it's like, okay, go
It's a
run
little-
around and deliver notes. It's like, oh my god. I mean,
it's
mind
a
you,
little
the story is awesome.
The
The story is awesome, but
But see, this is what I want as like a return for MMOs is like Final Fantasy 14 figured out that there's classes and the classes matter. Like, so in these boss fights in Final Fantasy 14, like the healer has to heal. If they don't heal, the whole party wipes. The tank has to tank. If the tank does not keep aggro, the whole party wipes. You know, it's that part of an MMO that got lost in the current system.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have not seen an MMO that's kept that since basically Final Fantasy 14 and WoW.
Yeah,
Because-
unless I played it up to like level 15, got my first heal, only to find out that all it is a ball that I put on the ground, first come, first serve.
Yeah, no, like
And
when you
that's
get
my
higher
only
level,
healing. And I'm like, really?
no,
That's
when
it?
you get higher level and you play like other like higher level raids and you go to like the
Oh, no. I'm talking
what
about
they
Bless
call-
Unleashed. Final
Oh,
Fantasy
okay.
14, I'm level 50. I'm a white mage. I got tons of spells. Like
Okay.
The healing in it is awesome. I enjoy it. So, but yeah, Bless is like, here's your ball of health. Whoever gets it, good luck.
I always steal it.
Is Jay still here, or did he fall asleep?
Oh, I'm still here. I'm just. I don't play. I don't play a lot of MMOs, so I'm just listening.
I was like, oh, shit.
Hey, really quick. Later tonight, definitely go watch Nukem and Primal Eve on Gaming
Damn
After
right.
Dark. There's so these people that are guests on this podcast. I love all their podcasts. There's so
Me
many
too.
good podcasts out there.
I just don't have time to listen live, man. No.
I try to. Yeah, I'm the same way. If I can,
That's the problem with
I
Noobs.
watch
He's
it.
on so late for me.
I always go back though. I always use if
I'll
I'm
be
not.
listening the next day.
Yeah, I always listen the next day while I'm driving. If I'm not there live, I always listen the next day.
The problem is that he's on Tuesday nights and we're all getting drunk. But
That's true.
We're all half asleep. We're like,
Well,
we're
a lot
done.
of times too, I'll sit in here and I'll play one of these like arcade one-ups, man. And a lot of times during the week, that's what I do because with what I actually do, I'm fucking tired of shit. And these things are just easy. It's nostalgia is hell of a drug. We all know that. But you just come here, turn them on, and they're just fun, dude.
I'll go to Walmart. You said there's one-up arcades for fucking $50.
Dude, some people got the Final Fight machine, like I got for $50 yesterday. Some people got it for $1, dude.
Wow.
$1, a fucking $1.
That's crazy.
Some people got there was a Galaga
Oh, yeah.
machine. There was a Galaga machine there too. I could have got for $50, but I was like, nah, I ain't
And
buying
they're
Galaga.
usually like 300 or some shit.
Listen, I would have bought them all. I would have put them all on credit and sold them.
Dude, right before my wife walked back there, this Final Fight machine was still $300.
Crispy,
He marked it down. I got it for $50.
Crispy makeup flows on the line. Hi, Flo. Welcome to the show. Can you tell us?
Baby. Oh, yeah. You got that makeup going on? What's going on?
Is that
there?
Ken
Yeah. You got it. Oh, yeah. You got all the marbles. All the marbles in your pants.
Crispy, don't touch her there.
Yeah, keep your marbles in your pants.
She's spraying out the vajayjay. What?
Don't hang up. Don't hang up, please.
She's
hung up
afraid.
on us.
She's afraid of his marbles coming out of his pants. That's why she looks so uncomfortable.
We've got a legend. We've got a legend in the chat, guys. Yobi's here. This is for you, Yobi. Cheers.
Yobi.
Yobi, I get
Who's
drunk
getting
off
drunk
2
now?
beers. I'm gonna chug my 4th beer right now. I'm fucking fucked up.
How do you get fucked up off 3.5 beers? I don't
I
get
get fucked up on 2. The last
problem.
time I drank the last time I drank was one margarita last summer.
His girls in the background chanting him on like drunk. Yeah, somebody got way tonight.
Come on, chat.
You put Super in that situation, same situation with weed, he could smoke a fucking pound, he'd be fine.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh come on, Super. We both know. Admit it. It's non-alcoholic beer, isn't it?
It's O'Doul. It's O'Doul.
It's Bush NA. Bush NA. There we go.
You got some non-alcoholic Beck just sitting there. We wouldn't know the difference.
Officer right there.
I'm gonna take a picture, you motherfuckers.
Hey, we need somebody to deliver pina coladas to him. Anybody nearby?
Here's my
corpse, but he ain't here yet.
I heard he also likes penis colada.
You like penis colada?
all hail Jay.
Oh shit! Wow.
Hey,
We went there, people. We went there.
You know how Nintendo's on fire lately? They're just like killing it right now.
They're overheating
The
issues.
fuck are they doing? They fucking making us play you Mario Brothers for $60.
They released one game and like you can't find a Switch anywhere.
Right.
I want to sell mine. But people are paying $500 for a Switch.
This is the reality. If Nintendo Switch came out at the same time that the Xbox and PlayStation did, Switch would be number one right now.
Oh, of course. They're because mobile phones are a thing. People, I mean, they're in everybody's fucking pocket. So mobile gaming is huge.
Yeah, they would be dominating right now.
Yeah, they would. They would. They really would. Nintendo still got it, people. Get it out of your ass. Like you can sit here and say all this realism and everything else. Nintendo releases every exclusive is almost cartoony. I think every single one of them is.
And that's why I don't want to Switch. I'm not into that.
And if Nintendo was releasing the new Battletoads, they'd all be
oh my god, you're
right.
right.
Phil did say he's not opposed to releasing certain titles
But
on other consoles.
But I think that if it was Nintendo's developers working on Battletoads, it would look like the original. It would look like the original.
I agree.
So,
yeah.
That's the difference. Their genius is absolute, man. There's nothing that they can do. I mean, look, I never did. I looked at when I seen the Wii U, I took it as not the Wii U, but the Wii. I was like, oh, this is a gimmicky little thing, but it's cute because my daughter loved it. I mean, we played on it all the time, so it was all good until she got bored of it and then it went up in the closet. But it still was one of those things where she could go back and think about the times that we shared together. And when everybody was dogging out the Wii U and everything, I said, man, look, you cannot. Nintendo's been here before anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know what to do, and they haven't had any fallout. They had their main the president or whatever. He passed away, but everybody's been intact. You haven't seen too many people leave. Only person that's left that we know of is Reggie.
Yeah.
That's it. And that was because of his own doing. It wasn't because he was fired or pushed down or demoted or anything. Xbox went through this and they went through hell and thank God that Phil Spencer got it. Now it's PlayStation's turn because PlayStation went through a lot of turnover, man.
They did.
Nintendo is you got to give Nintendo a lot of credit, man. They can get away with doing anything. They can sell Tic-Tac-Toe well, man.
Nintendo is all about the games. That's a lot of people ignore. Like their entire, company is gaming. So, everybody could sit here and think whatever they want, but everybody says cartoony. I laugh at that because they continue to kill it. They continue to kill every narrative that some people put out there. And I laugh at that because nobody brings up Nintendo. It's Xbox and PlayStation. What about Nintendo? Nintendo's been here since we were kids, man. 20 years ago, bro. Get your head out of your ass. They still got it, dude. They still got it.
Hey,
20 years ago.
Hold on. What's going on with these?
40 years.
Yeah.
What's going on with this NES games popping up on Xbox and even Switch and PlayStation?
I just think it's just deals. Like, okay.
You talking about them old school Nintendo games?
Yeah, like Double Dragon.
I can't remember the name of the studio, but they're being made, or they were made by somebody that's like third party or something. I can't remember, but that's just the deal that Phil's made, dude.
Well, it's not Phil. It's like on PlayStation and even Switch itself.
Well, I mean, he had to do a deal to get it on the Xbox. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's cool. I'd like to see more of that because, like the old school Nintendo games, you have to.
I've said this before, Super. I've said this before, Super. If I could buy old school Nintendo games, I'm not a big fan. I don't need a Switch. And if Quartz was here, he'd tell you the same thing. I give two shits about a fucking Switch.
You got a fucking modded arcade one-up cabinet.
And guess what? I can play there. Old school Nintendo games. That's the ones I love. But if I could buy those same old school Nintendo games on my Xbox, I would. But I'm not buying a Switch to play that shit. I'm not interested. Because I have an old saying, and I may be the only one. I grew up with Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't grow up with me, and I live by that. I'm sorry.
Well, and also, I mean, this is how powerful Nintendo is. Just with me, I have an emulator. I have the NES emulator.
We all do.
And I on my PC, and I still bought like 4 games.
I said, you know what, K-Mega? I said the same
too.
thing because I was complaining that I got a Wii. I got a Switch, and it's got those. If you're a Nintendo Online subscriber, you get those select SNES and NES games. But they got rid of the virtual arcade. I want to be able to pick and choose what I want to buy.
Right.
And I'd buy them. I would buy them in a second.
You know,
I bought Shinobi like 8 times, I think.
You know, 2 Nintendo games I hope they re-release.
What's that?
I want them to re-release Dr. Mario, especially in this climate.
Yeah.
I think a coronavirus Dr. Mario would be awesome.
Oh, good idea.
Wind Waker.
Like, how did they not bring back Dr. Mario? I mean, come on. That's like everybody's favorite pill game.
Look, if I could,
that taught little kids to play with pills.
one of the best boxing games still to this day is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. If I could buy it, if I could buy that on my Xbox, it would be on there right now.
And release it with Mike Tyson, man.
Oh, yes, not Mr. Dream or whatever fucking thing.
Who else remembers the Nintendo game, the 7-Up game? Does anybody?
Spot.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
That was a good game.
That was a good game. Like a lot of people don't remember that back in the day, but I mean that game.
It was on Sega Genesis too.
What's it called?
Cool Spot.
Cool Spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I played it on Sega. Yeah, I did.
It's on Sega Genesis.
Hey, I'm just waiting for Kid Nicky and Kornoff to on there. You know what I'm saying? Bring me these games. I need them.
Hey, we're getting something. We're getting Streets of Rage 4 on Game Pass. I mean, come on,
And you guys excited that they're actually allowing you to play the 16-bit characters in it too? That's pretty awesome.
Wait, what's that game called?
Cool Spot.
Cool Spot. Yes, you can play as the original Streets of Rage sprites or whatever the hell they're
I
called.
love that.
And the new Streets of Rage. Yes.
I'll be playing that shit on Game Pass.
Yeah, me too.
Wait. Hold on. Now I got to get after the host. Listen.
I'm drunk. I love Game Pass.
Hold on. I thought you said you would never play Game Pass games. It wasn't for you.
He says that all the time.
Drunk
Yeah, you got to understand him. He likes to say. He likes to say a lot of shit.
Okay, so your true nature comes out when you drunk off a split.
I mean, what is that game though? But we're all hyped for it. You know what I'm saying? What is that game? Seriously.
Hey, Mega, his true nature comes out all the time, every Tuesday.
Normally.
Here's the thing about Sonic. The thing about Sonic is he always blames it on his game sharing buddy.
Hey, my game sharing buddy got Final Fantasy 7 remix.
Hey, normally you're Supersonic Yoshida, but now you're Supersonic Spencer. So
yes,
full Spencer. Where's full Spencer?
Game Pass will take you over. That's cool.
Phil is giving you Streets of Rage 4 on Game Pass.
And you're gonna play.
I love you, Phil.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. What's that? Is that beer laced with weed or what?
Oh man.
I smoke weed too.
Yeah, he got some weed and some stuff that he picked up off the ground on the sidewalk. Just mixed it all in there. Super's crazy like that.
I got a nice vape right now. Let me go with you.
Yeah,
Let
so
me go to the Phil Spencer realm.
Are you now going to start? Are you now going to say, say the Game Pass trademark for the win? Are you going to say it now?
For the win, fucking Game Pass. It's a that's a no-brainer, right, Snoop Dogg?
No brainer. He said no brainer.
All right, just because you said that you was being honest, I'm going to do this for you because I know you've been wanting me to mess and dabble with VR, and you know how I feel about the eye herpes machine, right?
Eye herpes.
But I guarantee. Okay, so I've already put one on before for the very first time when I did my whole therapy thing. But I'm going to try it again, and this time I'm going to find me a PlayStation VR. I'm going to go somewhere. And
don't get a PlayStation VR. Here's what you want to do.
Okay, talk to me, please.
You want to get yourself something like an Oculus Quest.
He don't want to put no money in it. Is what he's saying.
Wait, hold on. Do you got a PC, K Mega?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get an Oculus.
But
wait to see.
You don't need an Oculus Quest if you have a PC. You can run it without it.
K Mega
wait, hold on.
What you're missing, K Mega was saying he was saying he was going to find someone and try it again, not spend money on it.
Oh yeah,
you're missing that.
You're missing that point. But and I'm going to play an actual game on it.
Resident Evil 7, K Mega.
No, I got that game. That game scared the shit out of me.
That's why
Half-Life Alex.
Half-Life
Alex.
Helix. Yeah, that's the best one.
Half-Life? Okay. That's what I was going to ask. What game do you prefer me to play?
Okay.
No Resident Evil 7, though.
Okay, K Mega, if you can only find a PlayStation VR, you've got to try it.
I mean, a Quest. If I can get my hands on a Quest or whatever, I'll
super hot and stuff, man.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not trying to buy any VR and you're just trying to try others, and you try VR again on the PlayStation, you gotta just for a minute put your big boy pants on and play Resident Evil 7 for 5. Just play the opening sequence when you're driving the car.
Diaper on.
Can I have the spotlight for 1 minute because I did a review on this game. I got early. I can't talk about it till tomorrow. But if you watch the screen, I recommend this game for your first game.
Daddy Simulator 2.
Okay, but here I wanted to just say something to Kay about getting a PC-based VR. Last night I was lying in bed, no word of a lie, with my Xbox controller playing the Division 2 on a 100-foot screen, sitting in bed.
Really?
Yes.
You can do that on PSVR too.
But you can't play PC game.
Oh no,
Sorry.
not PC game. No.
No, but this wasn't a PC game. This was off my Xbox, but streaming from my Xbox to my PC.
Yeah, I did that too as well. It was awesome. It's like streaming in a movie theater.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna say too, like Super said too, K Mega. If you don't want to, just try the first 5 minutes when you're driving the car. Walking around. Resident Evil 7 VR is awesome. But if you don't want to try that, try Super Hot. That game's awesome in VR.
Yeah, Super Hot is pretty awesome.
I'm waiting for Supersonic to do the "One of Us" chant now.
One of us. Thank you, Fastback. He says super.
Read this.
Okay. I love Game Pass now.
I think he really had all those beers. I'm just saying.
Now and fuck yeah, Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
Man, you have said it way too many times to be lying at this point.
Hey, if you want to,
and you haven't talked shit about it in a while, I gotta say.
He's really drunk.
You know what
Game
would be
Pass
more meaningful is if Sonic said, "I love Phil Spencer."
You know what they say? You know what they say, right? A drunk man's thoughts are a sober man. No, what is it? How's it go? A drunk man's words. A drunk man's words are a sober man's. Yep.
All right. K-Mega, pick a new game. The 7-Up game ain't doing it for me.
Okay. For which is the old
Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
You must have missed it. He was playing Rygar earlier there.
Yo, I didn't see Rygar. I didn't see it. Oh my God. Go back to Rygar. I gotta see Rygar. I gotta see the greatness.
Yeah, he was playing Rygar earlier.
I got to please go back.
Play
to
the
Rygar.
old, play the original NBA Jam on Nintendo.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Oh, double dribble.
Double dribble.
Double dribble.
That was like the best because it had the cinematics.
I can't wait till video games make dunks like that. I was excited.
Hey, you got another super chat? I got Infinite with a $1.99 super chat says, "Super, read this."
I'm just gonna say I think that's spelled.
I love Phil
Yeah,
Spencer.
it is. There's supposed to be
he said it 3 times. Where's Phil?
Yeah. It's like saying Beetlejuice.
Can we do I Love Santa Claus or something?
Someone send Phil the link to this super chat.
No.
We gotta clip this, guys.
Yes, no.
Don't worry,
shit.
it's already been done.
Hey,
I forgot. No.
He's gonna be excited about this. I'm like, man,
Send,
look.
send it to Phil and be like, look, your biggest hater is now your biggest lover.
So no, and I'll be honest when I do, because listen, if I like it, I've said this. If they give me House of the Dead, I will purchase one because I want House of the Dead.
But hey, K Mega, I've shown you.
Yes, you have. I'm talking about a new version of House of the Dead. Like I know a new House of the Dead is coming for consoles, but I haven't heard anything for VR.
Oh man,
So
it's exactly like it. It's just not called House of the Dead.
I'm about to start crying right now. Oh my god!
No, I'm a big
How
House
would you
of the
like
Dead
to play?
fan, but it's
How would you
just
like to play House of the Dead in a VR?
Oh my god!
Because you can with MUVR.
Did any of you guys play?
Oh yeah, you can do that
on
actually.
PlayStation?
Did we play what?
The PT trailer on PlayStation.
I missed it. I never got a chance to play it, and I kicked myself.
play that
I've
in
seen
VR
it.
too.
I've seen it.
Oh, what game is that?
The PT trailer.
Oh, it was so good, and then they canceled it, and they deleted it off the system. So like when I deleted it, I can't re-download it. So
That's
I'm like,
bullshit.
oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I have the files for that game if anyone wants it, but it's a VR version.
Oh, look
dude,
at Drunk Super hitting those
That game was the PT demo was so good.
Did you see the video? I don't remember the guy's name, but did you see where he actually got out of the hallway and he was able to explore the town in the PT demo?
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah, dude, he was out in the town. He got out because he modded it where his character. Because I guess I never played it, but once you opened the door and got outside and stopped the demo, so he modded it on PC where his character didn't actually touch the floor, like hovered above it. So when he opened the door, it didn't register that he finished the demo. So he was outside exploring the town.
Yes!
You didn't see
More
that?
money!
I didn't see that.
That
You want to hear something funny? So my son is 10 or 11, right?
Yeah.
So he started playing Resident Evil 2, and he got into a bathroom, and then all of a sudden the music started playing really loud. He shut that shit off as quick as possible and deleted the game.
Hey, can I make an announcement real quick?
Oh hell no!
He's like, oh no, I'm done. He's like,
hey, and
closed out the
Fisto,
game and deleted it.
Phil Spencer has never lied to me.
That's shout out to Infinite for another $1 on that super chat. Super just said it. Super read this, and he just did.
Phil Spencer has never lied to me.
Yeah, this show should be renamed
sarcasm
Super
gets-
Will Read Anything for Money.
Yes, I will. I'm the biggest
Super
sellout ever.
whore retro
Go ahead.
renegades edition.
I'll do anything for money and weed.
Well, he's got to buy those diapers, you know.
I gotta get diapers.
How
and
many
use them for-
turds and pieces are in there? No.
All right, what are we having Super read for the next money?
I will read anything. What's so funny?
Oh, challenge accepted. Come on, Infinite. Come on, Infinite.
Infinite just said it. He said, "Lol, super
Think of
biggest
something
fraud I
really,
do it."
really good.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, this is man. I want to play Rygar so bad now.
Dude, have you ever played the Nintendo NES version of Rygar?
That's what I'm talking about. That was my big claim to fame of getting me into hardcore gaming. Like, because I was not going to ever stop playing that game until I beat it.
It's
and
so
I was
good.
It's so good. It's so hard, but I love it. I love it.
You know what, Rygar kind of reminded me of, I'm sure you guys played it, but you guys remember ActRaiser?
Oh yeah,
I loved
ActRaiser.
It kind of reminded me of that too, dude. I love
That was like my very first like Sims game, really.
Yeah, the second one sucked, but the first one
was
the first
awesome,
one was
dude.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also loved, Russian Attack. That was my.
Russian Attack was good.
Yep.
So, golly.
We're all old school here, Kay. Like we all played the old shit.
Well, I mean, I know because of podcasts. I mean, you know, I've listened to. I'll come into podcasts every once in a while and won't say anything because you know what kind of hate that follows me. So I don't want anybody coming here and I say something like, "Hey, what's up?"
Who the hell would hate you? You're an awesome
Okay,
person.
I hate you. So I'm like, hey, I just won't even do it. So I
You can always say hello in this podcast, and we'll boot that motherfucker out. That's what I gotta say about that.
Nigga, we ain't like that, brother, in this podcast.
Well, no, I'll come in chat. Like I'll come in and chat.
Oh,
and
gotcha, yeah.
I don't listen, and then I'll go away, and sometimes I'll comment every once in a while. But I listen to podcasts. I don't listen to.
Yeah, we don't do this shit. We don't do this shit for money. So we pay and do whatever we want.
No, Super does though.
Oh, shout out to Infinite. Hey, hold on. Gotta get these super chats. Shout out to Infinite again. 499 super chat. We love you, brother. He's here every week. He says, Super, read this. Go ahead.
I gotta read it.
Read, Super.
Here comes the
money. Here
we go. I'll read it for you. Super says,
All right.
Shout out to Butcher Van for the $20 super chat. He says, Supersonic, please read. And then he says, this is Supersonic. Phil Spencer turned Xbox around for the better.
Wait, I got
Dang it.
Okay, I'm a fraud. I secretly wish Phil Spencer would touch me.
He said it perfectly. Oh my god!
And you said it with feeling too.
Is on the touch me part.
Oh my god!
You gotta read Butchers. You gotta read Butchers. $20.
Butcher Van. Phil Spencer turned Xbox around for the better.
Wow.
Oh man, you guys are being nice though. Seriously.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
When you know he's messed up.
See, I think dirty. If I had the money in the account right now, I would do it.
Yeah, sir, but you said you would read anything, so I figured Butcher Fan was going to say something crazy.
You pay for that.
4 beers down, 2 more to go.
I'd give blowjobs for money. That would be mine.
Don't come out any ideas, Crispy.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was the other one you wanted me to play? Okay, Mega Russian Attack. Butcher Van, you gotta think of an old school game you want me to play.
Ooh.
I used to be good at Russian Attack.
The juices are flowing.
He's a racer fan, so what about Spy Hunter?
They're especially flowing.
Spy Hunter! Oh my god! That's good shit. Hey,
What
man,
the
love Spy Hunter.
NES?
We're going way back.
Probably NES. My favorite game of all time is Kirby's Dream Land. I don't know.
Hell yeah! That's
Dude, that game consumed me for months. It was hard too, dude. It was pretty hard game.
That game's what happens when you smoke way too much weed.
Man, I was
special
6
place.
years old. I must have been smoking a lot then.
Fuck.
It was called caffeine and inhaling my parents' cigarette smoke.
What's up, Coop?
Caffeine and nicotine.
We got Super Cooper in the chat.
Super Cooper, we love you.
He said, oh hell, here goes $20 again for Butcher Fan. Super, please say. Go ahead, Super.
Wait, what's going on?
You got 20s from Butcher Fan again. He says, Super,
Yes.
please say.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting
See, he doesn't anything for money. Come on.
Russian Attack. Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. Look at Pina colada. Go ahead.
Oh, super.
I think he passed out.
Well, anyway, Adventure Van said.
Hold on. Phil Spencer. God damn it. Okay.
No, you say that.
Phil Spencer gave me a pina colada.
You read it wrong. It's Peony.
Oh, hold on. Phil Spencer gave me a pina colada. Graphic guy, don't you dare be recording this stuff for sound bites.
We should start doing karaoke, Super. You could start.
Wait, everybody's got to be real quiet and Super. You got to say it again.
Yes.
Phil Spencer gave me a pina colada.
Yes.
And I liked it.
We have it on record.
That just didn't sound right. I'm sorry.
Hell. Shout out to Fastback for the $5 super chat. Super Sonic. Station. Say it. Say it.
You can't make me say that one.
Yes, I'll say it for you.
No, I'll do it. I'm being fair. I paint.
My taint.
Tego, you're messing me up.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
I paint my taint and stream it.
No, you're not. Vince McMahon.
No, he's got to say it. He's got to do it.
I know. I paint my taint and steam. Hold on. I gotta start over. I paint my taint and stream and drying while dreaming of Game Pass. Thanks, Phil. Fuck yeah!
Wow.
Game Pass.
I think I shout out to Infinite. He said this has to be the best fucking show ever. Man, we love you, brother. We tried, brother.
Beer.
It's all about fun and old school games.
We gotta give Super Beer more. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember any of this shit. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow and be like, what the
Fuck.
fuck did I say?
What did they make me do?
Coladas.
You guys are still being nice. I'm just saying. I would be ruthless.
Oh, I would be too, Crispy. I would too. Trust me. Oh my god, it's still being really nice.
Someone in chat pick out an old game. Assholes in chat. I will say anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucked up.
Keep going.
Infinite said somebody better be clipping this. I hope you are, Jay.
How many more beers do you have?
Yeah, right? How many more? He's gonna be sleeping.
Oh my god, Infinite said paint and taint by number. Oh my god. My fucking stomach hurts. I've been laughing so fucking hard.
Hi, Unabomber. Unabomber is in the chat.
Oh man.
Unabomber.
HR Bomber.
Hey,
HR
Sonic,
Bomber.
how many watching Paint
mixed
Dry
up-
streams have you made?
Oh, that's a fucking great show.
You know how
how many times have you watched Taint Dry?
Too much, I think. Crispy, you're not allowed to laugh at it as a joke.
That's funny as shit. Yeah, he said too much, I think.
No, he said I taint.
Yeah.
Hold on, am I gonna get kicked off YouTube if I do genital jousting? I gotta try some of these wonderful gifts people have given.
Bomber, this show is we've laughed our ass off. I'm serious.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude, my stomach actually hurts, dude. I'm not even kidding.
Holy shit.
Okay, shower with my dad, or let's watch genital jousting.
I'm not watching neither one.
Yeah,
Don't do
your dad's got to start trimming those pubes.
Next, you're gonna suggest Daddy Dating Simulator.
Okay, pick out a awesome old game then.
Oh, I know. Why don't you play
Graphic Gods, mic's on. Put your head
What?
inside the glory hole, Graphic Gods.
Why don't you play one of those games? That
Oh, my camera's on.
Put your head in the glory hole.
Why don't you play 1944?
Because I just
That
played
was hilarious, Jay.
1943.
Yes.
There you go.
So I'm picking out a game.
I did. I said 1944. That
No,
game's
I
awesome.
just played 1943.
Busby.
Busby, is that on Nintendo?
I have no idea.
You guys know what was so exciting about the game Blitz back in the day? Is
Oh,
I used to
Blitz.
take my character in Blitz and I would run him backwards and run him right into the end zone field goal post, and then he would just flat out lay on the field.
Dude, I miss games like that, dude.
Me too.
I
Like
really
you can't do
do
that in a game anymore, but
No.
you used to be able to run your character everywhere in Blitz, like wherever you wanted
Yeah,
to take him
dude,
across
wherever
the field,
you
you could
wanted.
take him.
Yeah, that was dude. Like, but even like what is it, NBA Street, dude?
NBA
I
Street, yeah.
love that game, dude.
Me
like
too.
it was
That's
fun
where
as
I just
shit.
put on NBA Jam on the 32X.
NBA
See, and
Jam
that's where it
is
comes
good.
from, I think. NBA Jam, dude. It's just like, dude, I used to play the hell out of NBA Jam. Pippin, fire!
Yeah, he's on
I can't get
fire.
I can't get the 32X working on my naughty stick for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Pin for the 3.
Clowns, get it! Get your
Yes,
ass in there.
exactly.
Clown,
yeah, dude.
hold on, clowns.
I
was
love
watching,
that game.
I was watching Four Guys with Quarters, and that shit made me laugh so hard because it sounded like Inferno kept farting.
Oh my god.
Oh, you mean the chairs and the broken microphone?
Yeah, man. I mean, when it was working, he sounded really sexy, but
What?
Oh
Clowns,
my
how'd you get
God.
in here?
I used the secret back door to get on.
Yes, I used to be the backdoor man. Now it's you.
Super, he just slipped in.
I'm cleaning
right.
up all the garbage.
We gotta get Inferno a new microphone.
Clowns, you missed all the Phil Spencer talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did I?
What's up, clowns?
Hey, what's going on, Jago? I know Sonic is not a big fan of Phil.
Oh no, he's
Oh,
been
no.
loving Bill
oh no, he
tonight.
loves Bill now.
Yeah,
Love it,
ask
love
him.
it.
Ask him anything about Phil. He'll tell you.
You just gotta pay him money, even if it's $1.
For a price.
Sonic, would you shine Phil Spencer shoes?
No.
He'd shine something else.
God damn it.
Just scroll up as far as you can in the chat, clowns, and you'll see what Super's been saying.
No, don't scroll up there. That's a naughty place.
I think the next time that Phil and Yoshida are together, I think they should invite you for a tag along.
You could be their fluffer.
You know, an Eiffel Tower needs 3.
They're terrible.
Oh my god!
You motherfuckers.
Supersonic, hey, just put it this way. This is the last super chat from Fastback. Supersonic Station actually said, "I paint my tank and stream it drying while dreaming of Game Pass." Thanks, Phil.
Wow.
Oh my god. This was Infinite. I'm a fraud. I secretly wish Phil would touch me. It's Supersonic.
I don't
know.
To me.
K-Mega's over there like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into?
These motherfuckers are crazy. So K-Mega go.
I think at this point, Super is just gonna let
K-Meg's
it
muting
tank
his mic,
dry.
laughing his ass off. Get the fuck out of here.
K Mega's got his emerald ring and it's shining in Sonic's face right now.
Hey, what basketball team do we want to be? Do we want to be LA Lakers?
No, you gotta be the fucking Bulls, bro.
What,
You always gotta be the Bulls in NBA Jam.
what country is that?
Oh, wow.
I mean, city.
Chicago, for the love of God.
I knew that.
I'd say the Raptors, but they didn't exist then. So
Sonic, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wait, Pippin and Armstrong.
No.
Scottie Pippen in that game was the best.
Yeah,
Hands down.
I know.
Hands down. he was
Michael wouldn't sign it. It's Pippen and Kukoc, I think, is the best one.
Yeah, Pippen was amazing. He was amazing. at the
Kukoc
Gauntlet.
should always get the rebounds if it was Kukoc.
Okay, shout out to Infinite again. $1.99 super chat. He says, Sonic say.
I will polish. Oh, God damn it. I will polish Phil Spencer's knob.
Here we go. Somebody clip this and send this to Phil.
He left out a part.
I think it's worse when he because he did leave it out. Oh God! Wow!
You fucking asshole!
Oh my God! Whew.
I'm playing against the Mavericks.
Dude, are you playing or?
I was picking my team.
I think in his head he thinks he's playing right now.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
But
These fucking NBA games are so cool in the arcade.
What are you talking about? I got it right.
Oh, you're gonna get fucked up. He's gonna get fucked up. Watch.
Whatever. I got
He's on
Magic
fire.
Johnson.
You gotta actually pass the ball, Super.
I'm trying to figure out what team I'm on.
Oh, you're the red, bro. The red.
I see
You're
red
not doing
people.
well.
I got NBA.
Hey, that asshole knocked me down.
I got
3-point shot. Crispy in the face.
He's gonna get fucked up.
I see red people.
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
I got
You gotta
NBA
keep
halftime
passing.
playing right now on the arcade old one-up machine.
Hey, he stole the ball from me. God damn it, they keep knocking me over. Hey, hold on. K Mega, what games? K Mega, what games have you been
Oh
playing?
hell!
Wilmy sent you something, Super.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Wilmy,
Shout out to Wilmy for the
go.
$24.99 super chat. Here you go.
Go,
Super, you gotta
Super.
say it.
Wilmy cannot be left behind.
Nope.
Okay, the laundry truck that carries Phil. Hold on. The laundry truck that carries Phil Spencer's underwear to the cleaners just so he can sniff them.
Oh man.
Oh, hold on, I gotta say I. Hold on.
Here we go.
Yes.
You know, if the next Xbox adapts VR in any way whatsoever, even third party, Sonic is gonna write the Bible of Phil Spencer.
Damn,
Oh
fucking
yeah!
right.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
All right,
Oh,
the Necker. Hey, did you see the Evil Dead Necker?
I'm gonna order that.
Necronomicon.
It's available
Yeah,
in my
it's pretty
area.
sweet.
I am fucking ordering that.
Let me go to Big Bad Toy Store and show you this.
I would tell you this is not how we normally are, K
I
Mega.
told
But
you he's getting destroyed. I told
Okay.
you.
this is how we normally are.
I chase,
That's about right.
I chase a laundry truck that carries Phil Spencer's underwear to the cleaners just so he can't sniff them like I do.
What were
Okay,
you gonna,
let me find this Necronomicon.
what were you gonna say, K Mega?
He's getting fucked up. I told you.
No, I don't have anything to say right now. I'll let y'all have this one.
Look at this shit.
We
If I-
should start warning people to listen to the show before they come on.
I
Look
don't
at
recall it being this wild, but this is
No,
great.
I like being the best show that nobody watches.
Graphic guide. Look, the fucking Necronomicon.
I know, $89.99, so that's like $150 Canada.
Wow.
Inked in
Crazy.
blood, even.
I'm gonna order it if it's available in Canada. I'm gonna order it.
Oh my God!
That's like $120.
You got another super chat from Butcher Fan.
Oh shit! I'm gonna use on this one. I'm gonna hide the bushes on this one.
Oh my God!
Go ahead, Super.
Come on, Super.
Thank you, Butcher. You finally did it.
Okay, guys, I'll suck knob for a year of Game Pass.
And a shout
I
out
will.
Shout
Wow.
out, wow.
You really will do anything for money, man.
Shout out, Wilmy.
Get it to Wilmy. Wilmy's got a bet. Wilmy's upped him. He's up quicker. There's a bidding war. There's a bidding war going on.
Fuck it, Wilmy. Hold on. Okay, guys,
Nothing wrong with
all
this.
these super chats are funding Sonic's purchase of his life-size sex doll replica of Phil Spencer.
Oh no, he did it! Beer to you! Beer to you!
Cheers to you, brother.
Super, have another beer. You deserve it.
I'm gonna.
Yes,
I'm gonna pour me a little bit of Crown.
You know what?
Oh my god, Crown Royal and Coke are so good.
I think we all need to take a shot right now.
Round of applause for me, dude. He has taken every.
You paid almost close to $200.
He's
on
taking
this.
it on the chin.
I'll take a shot for your ass for this one, boy.
You have taken it on the chin. I give you applause.
I'm gonna take a shot of
Hell
tequila
yeah.
right now, just for you, pal.
Take it on the chin.
Yeah, tequila.
The only thing I can say, white boys can do anything.
Just make sure you have a towel for that chin there, buddy.
No. You just said it.
I'd say ShamWow.
You're like that episode of South Park Super where Kenny does anything for money.
I will do anything for. I will say anything for money.
You know what they call that, Super? A man whore.
Super's a prostitute.
I'm drunk. You guys
He's
are
not
taking-
ashamed one bit.
You
guys
Not
are
one
taking
bit.
advantage of me.
You be the best man of the night that you possibly can. Do keep going. You are doing a fantastic job.
Thanks, K Mega.
Yeah.
Hey, we almost got K Mega to buy a virtual reality headset.
I said I was going to try one, and then but I'm impressed that you do like that you're starting to fall into Game Pass. I mean, it's the only, because I mean, you used to talk so much crazy shit. It was like, what is he doing? And I would just skip it because just like I read all types of stuff from stands and stuff like that. And then you would like, thanks, Phil Spencer, because I can't do your crazy little voice. And so you would also like, thanks, Phil Spencer. You didn't give me this game. I'm gonna be mad in my Yoshida voice. I'm like, what the fuck is he mad for? What is he talking about? He's still my boy, but that's okay. But
K-Mag, he's been trolling all the time. He really loves that.
It's a bidding war going on.
Shout out to Butch Renegades between us. He says,
Come
what he's saying. Come on.
Fireworks. What
Come
the
on,
fuck?
Super.
Hold on, I'm kind of cross it.
There it is.
Hey, I want to say all these super chats are funding Sonic's purchase of his life-size sex doll replica of Phil Spencer. Shut up, Crispy! You're not allowed to laugh at that.
No, you gotta say that. You gotta say what Butcher said in the last.
Yeah, Butcher just donated.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Phil Spencer. If Phil Spencer wanted the comeback, he would get it off my chin. Is that like splooge or something?
Yes!
It's not like splooge. It is.
It is splooge.
He just made you pull a something about Mary, Super.
Where the hell is it?
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Beer.
Yeah, I had to go get more
Jago,
beer. But...
you're not allowed to laugh at these jokes.
Oh, I'm laughing my fucking ass
whatever the
off.
hell we want.
I swear, if anyone records this shit,
It's already recorded.
It's already recorded.
You know, this is
People are
called YouTube.
watching this right now.
This is called YouTube.
There are
Everyone
people
has
still
access.
watching, people. Although, come on, Super, it's not just us 5 or us 10. There's actually more than that in the chat.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I'm on.
somebody could record this, and you have to deal with it.
I'm opening my 6-beer crispy boom.
You know what's funny? Is the last time I laughed this hard is when Sonic prank called his mom.
Oh my God!
We gotta call GameStop. Hold on.
Yo, do it!
GameStop's not even open, are they?
GameStop's not open.
He's got to call his mom.
Yeah, they got drive-by pickup shit.
They're open. They just public can't come in. Certain places.
Oh yeah,
It's credit card only.
Like my GameStop is open, but you can't go in. But they're open normal hours. Yeah.
They don't take cash. They don't take debit cards. Credit card only.
You got to buy it online, but then you can go pick it up at the store.
I'm gonna call them and get to the bottom of this.
You can just have Gaming Forte on. We can find out.
Hi, Gaming Forte.
He didn't say it was in the chat. You are fucked up.
Hi, I'm trying to pre-order Resident Evil 8. I need to pre-order Resident Evil 8. And a Star Wars figure.
Oh shit!
What? Not yet.
Okay. Well, to do any sort of pre-order, we'll need to have you here at the store because we need you to put a down deposit on it. And I don't know how far away you live, but we do close at 8 tonight.
Okay.
What about putting a down payment on our Phil Spencer statue?
Do you guys bring it out to the car in bags on your hands and stuff?
With bags. Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
You ain't got them. How y'all
Oh my God!
Ask him if he has any extra copies of Taint.
Oh, this is priceless.
Oh
right
my
here.
God!
I'm dying.
What do you guys want me to pre-order?
You should have asked him what Clown said. Can I get a Phil Spencer statue?
He's not coming back.
they'll
You know
know
that, right?
Oh no, yeah, he's
Hello?
gone. He's gone. He put you on hold. He's like, that fucking drunk.
Yeah, I'll just sit there for a while and see what happens.
Fucking, I'm on hold. God damn it! I want.
Probably listening to the show you watch.
Oh God, I'm.
If
dying.
he does come back, tell him that you'll give him a large tip if he dresses up as you see when he brings out the
Just the tip too.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
Oh God, my cheeks hurt.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that happens a couple times.
Yes.
Awesome. So you were wanting me to bring your product out with bags on my hands?
I don't know how all that works. I need Last of Us 2 and a Star Wars figure and Animal Crossing.
Oh man.
How,
Okay, this thing
Which Star Wars figure were you want to pre-order?
Dark Raven, please.
Okay, so that one's already out as well. Last of Us 2's been pushed back until September, but we can pre-order that one for you when you come in. What was the last one you were wanting to get? You said Resident Evil 8, is that right?
Yes.
Tell him that it wasn't pushed back, that you're an industry insider and you got connections.
Was it PS5?
Yeah, I need a PS5 too.
Okay.
And a Phil Spencer statue.
Currently, right now, we're not taking pre-orders on the PS5 or I'm pretty sure we'll be able to pre-order that for you as well.
Do you know when Xbox and PS5 are coming out? Because I need a pre-order.
Last I heard, it was going to be somewhere around Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Okay. Which one would you prefer, Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm going to get all three.
That's only two.
Ask him if he gets it when it falls off the back of a truck.
Do you have any Switches?
No, I'm currently out of Switches right now.
Everyone's buying them all because they're selling them for like $800 on the internet.
That sounds like a really good deal to me.
Okay, I'll just take the Star Wars figure, I guess.
$800. The ability to order it, we are sold out.
Dang, okay.
Ask him what he can bring to you to the door.
What can he bring to me to the door? Can he bring me figures or games?
Does he have any drinking games?
Anything that you purchase.
Okay, I need a drinking game.
Drinking game. You know which one?
What was that one? Root beer tapper.
Root beer tapper. Oh my god.
I think ColecoVision or something.
Oh.
Do you still?
This nigga's
I believe 20 years old. Don't you do retro consoles?
Ask him
and
if he's
stuff?
got a Commodore 64 while you're at it.
Yeah, you can always special order off our website, and they just ship it directly to you.
Nice, Commodore 64. Okay, I love Phil Spencer and his.
Oh my god.
Give that man a raise.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for your help. I appreciate it.
Enthusiasm. Be careful.
Okay, have a good day. And
Ask him if he wants to
God bless
come on
Phil
the
Spencer.
show.
That guy is like, fuck that. I got to stay online because I'm trying to get a sale. Damn.
Like his only sale is a day.
That man deserves a raise.
Yeah, he does. I've only sold like 4 Fortnite figures this week. I need to sell something real.
The whole time I gotta give it to him, man.
Dude, that's my local GameStop. I actually DJ like the grand openings. Like I DJ'd fucking No Man's Sky launch there.
I had to
Mortal
keep
Kombat.
I had to keep it on mute. I was dying, dude.
They probably have him on caller ID, and they're like, "Oh, it's just Sonic."
It's that drunk DJ that opened up for us.
You
that
probably
one time.
just entertained his day. I'm just saying. He probably sitting there like, "Fuck, what do I do with myself?" Oh, you just—that's why he went back on. He's like, I'm gonna play it all serious.
He probably put you on hold so he could put it on speaker for the rest of the guys in the office.
Exactly.
They can all
Probably.
laugh.
I did ask for a Phil Spencer statue.
You did.
He didn't acknowledge it. He just went right past it.
You said I love Phil Spencer, and he was like, "Oh, did you hear that shit?" He was like, "Oh."
He also said 3 consoles.
So he was a Sony pony confirmed.
Exactly. He confirmed.
He actually said, "Oh." Like,
he knew.
Next time, try to Yoshida.
Right. You should have said, Yoshida or what's the new guy's name now? Ryan? Jim Ryan.
yeah, Jim Ryan. I can't believe he said, "Oh," when Super said Phil Spencer. Oh my God! Seriously?
Oh my God.
It's like you said a dirty word. What the fuck? That's terrible.
Dirty boy, Super.
He's probably spraying his phone right now when you said Phil Spencer.
Oh my God.
With disinfectants.
Hey, GameStop hates fucking Xbox. Wait, no. I mean, Xbox is wonderful.
You know who's still open is the Walmart electronics counter. Sonic.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Do it.
Oh my God. That's gonna be an older
I'm going to call and ask about One Up
Oh, it's
Arcade.
got great ideas. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be cranky.
Shout out to Avis. Avis said best customer service I've seen in years. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
dude.
That's
He was
good.
He was
Seriously.
It was great.
Dude, my GameStop's awesome. They've
I'm
always-
gonna lie.
He's trying to keep his damn job. That's what
You know what?
I don't know if this is fake or real, but I'm gonna sell this shit. That's the
I
thing.
do.
Like,
Here, I got a
whatever you want,
proposition.
bitch.
I got a proposition. I think we should all go in on a crank yanker.
It's ringing.
Oh, jeez.
Keep talking. I'll probably be ringing for a fucking hour.
I'm muting.
They can't hear us anyway.
No, they can't hear
I mean, Super can barely hear us.
you. Fork Boy, did I win Borderlands 8?
Yes, you did.
You did. Borderlands 8, showering with Dad.
Congrats. And also 9 and 10.
I got half of a beer of a
Ain't nobody
six-
answering your damn phone. They called and said, "Do not answer this phone number."
Yeah, you're on the do not answer list.
What's wrong with him? He's drunk. Very, very drunk.
Hey, someone
Hey,
tell me where
Sonic,
they live. I'll call that game.
Sonic, you know Best Buy does curbside delivery too.
Are they
And you
open?
can order ahead on an app.
And then you gotta call him up and be like, "What the fuck?"
Are they open? Let me see if GameStop will sell me a One Up Arcade.
Oh, they'll
Oh,
sell
I'm
you
sure
one.
they will.
They will.
Give me a city.
Yours?
You do.
Hartford, Connecticut.
There you go.
Connecticut.
Are they closed now?
Maybe not.
Close. I need something on the
You
west
might have to
coast.
go to California.
Yeah,
Los Angeles,
Santa
California.
Monica,
Pick
Los
one
Angeles.
like in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Milwaukee or something.
Close.
Call Raleigh, North Carolina, stupid. They're still open. That's where I live.
Call Cincinnati.
Call your mom.
How do you spell Raleigh?
Do what?
Las Vegas.
I called your mom last night. I called her a whore.
Raleigh.
Hey, Sonic, I heard Phil Spencer's waiting for your phone call.
Let's call fucking Xbox.
Well, wow.
You're gonna
Isn't it-
call Xbox?
Isn't it like volunteers now when you call for support?
Yeah, it's ambassadors because they do it for free now.
I'm gonna call Xbox.
Don't call Xbox.
Call PlayStation support.
I
they still
remember when
get paid.
Xbox support
Okay.
used to be amazing. They were amazing.
Yeah, now they won't give me my name back.
Dude,
Nobody's good at
they took
customer
care of
service
every
anymore, do
need
they?
I needed, and then all of a sudden, just one day, Xbox support just completely just went dead
When
line.
you know what
Like,
happens?
they flatlined completely.
You get road your entire career, and it just drives you nuts, and then you become this salty motherfucker, and that's how I feel sometimes.
Shout out to Fastback. Fastback said call Xbox 448. What's going on, guys?
I was close.
All you'll hear about is Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Leave Bot alone. He's a cool dude.
I like.
No, he's a good guy. He's been on our podcast. It just, yeah, I mean,
Bot's a good guy.
outside of Battletoads, I don't know if he knows anything else.
I just like doing his intro.
Come on, he asks more questions than I even know about. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, all right, let me figure this out real quick.
Night Trap.
Play Bionic Commando.
You should
what
call
arcade or Nintendo?
You should call one of those GameStops like in Oregon and ask them if they got a PlayStation, a Vita TV thing still for sale, brand new.
Pop
They got a
quiz real
PlayStation
quick.
Vita with sticky A button.
We got a quick pop quiz for the crew here. How many of you actually care?
Oregon.
How many of you actually care about Animal Crossing?
I give 2 flying fucks for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, 0.
0. Less than 0.
Wait, ask about what?
If they still got the PlayStation Vita TVs for sale.
GameStop now offers the convenience of delivery at door for orders placed online to be picked up at your local store. Want to know more? Speak to an associate or check out our current specials by
She
visiting
sounds hot.
GameStop.com or by downloading the GameStop app.
Sounds like a
She
dick.
doesn't she sound like she's on
Press
speed?
1, David. Press 1.
Let us try again. Thank you for calling GameStop, where we have the best selection and deals on video games, consoles, and collectibles. In an effort to
Super.
ensure the safety of our
If a
guests,
female answers, you have to ask her what she's wearing. I'm not joking. If a female answers, ask her what she's wearing.
Tell them you're Jake from Steak Farm.
Hi, I'm Jake.
Hey Sonic, try to pre-order the new Cyberpunk remote controller.
There's no GameStop. They're not open, I don't think.
How many of you guys pre-ordered it?
I have it coming. I think it just sent me a shipping email like a couple minutes ago. Bang.
It was closed.
The
controller is the best
Cyberpunk
part.
controller.
Do you guys all agree the controller is the best part of it? Like
Actually,
the
I
controller
like the
looks
console
sick.
a lot better than the controller. To be honest.
Really? I like the back of it. I like the back
I'm
of it.
gonna be honest. My honest opinion. I actually like.
Walmart's open.
I actually like the
Of
console.
course, Walmart's open. They're only gonna be open for a little bit longer, though.
I actually like the console more than I do the controller. The controller looks bland as fuck to me.
I agree with you. I think the console looks better than the
Tell them
controller.
you're locked in the bathroom.
I don't know. Maybe it's the yellow. I don't know what it is. I don't.
The console looks cyberpunk. The controller looks like some.
I like the back of the console with the
The
big writing
controller
and
looks
everything.
like really basic. You know, like they did the stupid Xbox typical basic
split with the zigzag down the middle.
But it's half metal.
So Van's like, you basic bitch. What you doing?
You know, like I expected them to at least match it to the console. So if they're gonna, like everybody knows in design school,
Electronics.
if you're gonna design something, the two pieces have to match at least remotely.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that actually matches between the console and the controller is the words that say "no future."
No future. Yep.
That's the only thing that matches.
I think they tried to match the controller to look more like Johnny's metal arm.
No, that's what they said. They're trying to go for the Johnny Silverhand look, but it don't look like it matches the console at all.
It doesn't, and nobody, and the crazy part about it is it says "no future," but that's all on the bottom of the Xbox.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I think they should have, if anything, maybe they should have reversed it, if that, you know, like, because I think the bottom of the Xbox actually looks better than the top. I still prefer the top, or I still prefer the Xbox.
Is there actually LEDs on the thing that everybody's been talking about?
Yeah, there's
Call it GameStop in Alaska. There's
a video that shows that
Are they open?
A couple LEDs on it.
On
And
In Hawaii, they have no coronavirus.
The bottom words on the Xbox console glow
You
in the
said
dark.
the naughty word. You shouldn't do that.
But is the LEDs on the back like I've been hearing?
I don't know of any on the back. There
They're
are
close.
LEDs on the
Wait,
front.
I found one.
But
that's
yeah, the
why I
only
would-
glow in the dark part of it's on the bottom.
That's why I'd actually, if the console's got actually LEDs, that's cool as shit, dude. Another reason I like it. What console has LED lights on it? None.
Zilch.
Zero.
Phone still ring the same. We should have like music instead of like the phone ring.
No, if I was to buy one since I didn't get.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm on my way there. I need to what new releases do you have? Hello?
Did they sell He-Man stuff?
I have a PlayStation, Nintendo, and an Xbox.
And a TurboGrafx 16.
Can you narrow it down for me? What are you looking for?
Something exciting.
Panasonic 3DO have new releases?
Tell them you want Animal Crossing.
I mean, the newest things I've got, probably Resident Evil 3.
Oh God, no.
Not a ton of stuff has come out too recently. We've got Neo 2 in stock.
P-hole?
Most of the new releases that have come out, I do not have any.
Ask him if he has any adult visual novel games for the Switch.
Do you have any adult visual novel games for the Switch?
That's not really my cup of tea, so I am not sure.
Like what? Can you recommend stuff that you like that we can pick out?
Ask him, do they have a Yoshida and a Phil Spencer section?
I haven't really been playing anything new on the Switch except for Animal Crossing. We are out of stock.
Find out if they have genital jousting there.
On the Switch I like Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, no.
Tell him your friend has been playing with genital jousting.
My friend
I would recommend just checking our website and
Could be his daddy daycare in.
I tried going on there. I tried to order a
ask
Star
her
Wars
if you
figure,
got,
and it says,
Bikini
"Nope, we
Splash."
don't have any in stock." Do you have any Masters of the Universe figure?
No, I do not.
Is genital jousting in stock?
Oh no.
No, sir.
Do they have DOA beach volleyball?
Do you have
in stock?
DOA beach volleyball?
You've never heard of it.
I am not sure. Let me
I
put you
think
on
it's
hold for
I
a
think it's on.
moment and check on that
I
for
think
you.
it's on the PlayStation 4.
He's putting you on hold, and he's like saying,
Okay, I'll hold.
He's gonna.
"We got another one.
And call
We got another one.
Super really needs his boob
My
physics right
girlfriend
now.
said I'm an asshole when I'm drunk.
Oh my gosh.
Only when you're drunk?
Shut up! I heard that.
You need to ask for beach
DOA beach volleyball.
Yeah, beach Peach Beach Splash. I can't say that other stuff. It's that little game where they shoot water guns at each other. But it's called
Splatoon.
It's called Beach Splash.
Beach Splash
Sean,
Splatoon.
Tell him your joystick drifts to the left.
No, tell him that you need some new joysticks because yours have gone limp.
What are we doing right now? This is hilarious. This is
I'm
priceless.
gonna ask Richard Review Tech USA.
I'm gonna watch this again just because of how hilarious this is.
Review Tech
I need
USA.
to experience it sober too.
Oh man.
I don't like being on hold. Review Tech USA is reviewing me.
You should put Review Tech USA on the channel.
Yes, get him on here.
There it is.
There he goes. He's got the cucumber action going.
There he goes. Yeah, he's good, man.
Hold on. What was that other game you wanted?
Ask him for Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. You should give to a kid for their birthday.
Tell him your joystick is drifting to the left.
Can you ask for like knee hole or pee hole or whatever? Chris.
He's not even paying attention.
Chris, you pay attention to me. Got a war floor.
He's totally got John hold.
Hold on. I'm trying to ask my brat kid what he wants. Kid, what do you want? What games?
Kid. His name is Kid.
Boy, what do you want?
He's boy.
Boy.
I do not appreciate being on hold, sir.
Oh, we are in another realm right now.
We're in another round. Let me see some fucking Mortal Kombat 11 DLC, damn it.
I'm gonna see when the new consoles are coming out.
Ask him if they do service on your controller sag.
Ask him, do they do service on your floppy knob?
I'm fucked up.
I know, we got you doing whatever the hell we want.
That's not fair.
He's like a dirty puppet.
Hey, look, there's an Amish person in the chat.
Everybody in the chat, are you still paying attention to this?
Yes, they're Amish.
We are in another distance universe right now. We are talking through your ear, and we don't know what we're actually saying. So just enjoy it.
Hey, also become a member. Hit the member button. I'm gonna be giving out some Xbox stuff.
Hand jobs.
$10 shit.
Do only Phil Spencer.
He's gonna be doing giveaways of Game Pass, right?
Fuck yeah!
He's going to be
Game Pass is
wearing
awesome.
hand replicas of Phil Spencer and giving out hand jobs.
Oh boy. Are you still on hold?
Yes, I'm still on hold and I don't appreciate it much.
Yeah, ask him
Oh,
for a discount.
No, I want to see Angry Super. That's what I want to see now.
David said World of Warcraft
I've been on hold for a long time.
Oh, guys, I got to get out of here. My wife has cooked dinner. I got to go.
Listen, oh, okay,
Good
listen,
night,
brother.
have a good night, bro.
Really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, K Mega.
Just hit me up
so
anytime,
much.
man. Hit me up anytime, man. And if I got the time, I'll definitely come back.
K Mega's like, you guys are fucking nuts.
This was crazy. Y'all guys are damn fools, man.
Hey, later, K Mega. I'll vote for you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, gameplay, but yeah.
He hung up on me.
Hey, Mega. All right.
They hung up on you.
Oh, disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Go ahead, K Mega.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Later, man.
Later, bro.
Later,
Appreciate it,
K-Mega.
Hey, Magger. Be good, brother. Yeah, I'm about to get off here too, man. It's just that time.
We can't end I got like 8 more drinks of beer.
8 more? I thought you had a 6-pack.
He did. That's what he said. Yeah,
Just keep going. Fuck them all.
I'm not saying any more shit though, because I don't know what I'm gonna remember tomorrow.
You already said that freaking half an hour ago.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're still functioning.
I'm dude. It takes me like 2 beers.
Stop drinking the damn Corona.
Fucked up. I'm drinking Bush Light. We got Bush.
You gotta switch to the Modelo. Come on, not the Corona.
You gotta switch to O'Doul's.
O'Doul's.
Yeah,
O'Doyle rules.
Has Jago brought out the natty yet?
I already drank that, brother. That's been gone.
That's the first thing he drinks.
That's the first thing I drink. Yep. That's been.
All right.
He's on to the light here.
Yeah,
All right, fellas, I gotta take off now too.
Yeah.
All right,
Appreciate you being here, Invader.
Later,
Hi,
Invader, man.
Invader.
All right, guys. Yeah, it was a great one hell of a show. I'll say that.
I am almost
Damn right.
done. I swear. Don't share this with anyone.
Share it with everyone. That's what he said.
No promises, Super. No promises. All right, have a good night, fellas.
Later, good.
Kicking this old fart.
I didn't realize Clowns was still here.
Yeah.
Clowns,
He's been
you
hanging
guys.
out.
Clowns, your shit was so funny. I watched that earlier, and I laughed my ass off because it sounded like Inferno kept farting.
Not Inferno, it was Assassin.
Or Assassin. It sounded like Assassin kept farting. I never laughed so hard in my life, I think.
Yeah, we always have some sort of technical difficulties between Assassin or Taylor or me. So, I mean, it's just another 4 Guys with Quarters episode.
I love
Listen,
your
man,
show, dude.
no matter what technical difficulties you guys have, you've got some quality stuff there, so don't stop.
Yes. Dude, everyone that's been on here, like, I love their shows. I absolutely love them.
We got to get a drunk Super on 4 Guys with Corners.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
The Super will do anything for money.
Dude, we are just waiting for this Mexican restaurant to open back up so we can have pina coladas and fajitas with that.
He's gonna drink so many
money.
pina coladas he ain't gonna remember 2 days later.
Dude, Sonic, you killed it today. You made some good money today.
Oh my god. Well, that's thanks to you guys for making me say all this nonsense. I'm going to watch this tomorrow and be like, what the fuck did I do?
Well, that sounds like the Hangover when the chicken, the freaking what is it, the freaking I can't remember the damn name of the country. What country were they in? Taiwan, I think. And he wakes up and he got screwed in the ass. Huh?
Oh yes, yeah.
I can't remember which one it was.
Hey, I want everyone to remember, like, all these other podcasts are freaking awesome. Like Fastback, like he's got a freaking awesome show. Invader's got
people have
awesome
to understand that you don't need to have hundreds and thousands of people watching in order to put on quality content.
So,
Butcher Van's got an awesome show.
Damn right he does.
Crispy, speaking about getting screwed in the butt, I was playing Red Dead Redemption. And,
oh boy.
Yeah, and don't go to that lone house in the swamp. If you see a house in the swamp, just stay away from it.
Is it Brokeback Mountain status?
Oh, dude, the guy like conks you over the head, and then you wake up and you're like walking all crazy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and
that's like old school date rape.
Yeah, you feel so violated that you just want to go back there and just like take care of business because you feel like you got taken advantage of. It's so bad.
You want to go kill him.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. If you've played that game, you'll know what I'm talking about because it's bad. Like there are so many emotions when that happened to me. I was like, oh, like I gotta go back to that place. Where is it? I don't even remember. I gotta blow that guy through the wall.
Oh my god.
The only problem I had with that game is that fucking horse.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Gallops too hard for you?
Are you talking about Brokeback Mountain?
We went there, didn't we?
It didn't. I think I remember you, Sonic. You were talking about Red Dead Redemption. You said you hated how it felt on the horse.
Yes, Red Dead Redemption. Like
it got him seasick.
No,
That's what he felt like.
it's a fucking good game, but that game made me never want to ride a horse in a video game ever again. that fucking stupid.
Stop
PlayStation
riding
game.
horses, Super.
What is that
Jesus.
stupid PlayStation game where you're Otreo and there's nothing in the world and you climb on these monsters and stab them?
Did you play Death Stranding?
I tried to. I really want. I do want to try to get that game a fifth chance.
A fifth? Jesus. I gave it 1. I said 4 hours in, I'm done with that shit. Done. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. That game is weird. And don't get me wrong, it gives you emotions at times, but it's not enough to drive you through walking the whole time. It's very annoying. Death Stranding.
Oh, Death Stranding, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the soundtrack and.
Does it
what
get
they
better
did with
though,
their...
Butcher Van?
Yeah, it gets pretty good. Like the ending. The ending.
Actually, I heard 20 hours in is when it starts getting good. But
yeah, that the game threw me off towards the end. Like
I couldn't do 4. I just couldn't, dude. Because everybody's like saying it's an experience and this and that, and there's some people that I believe that when they said it, and I was like, well, let me give it a shot. My buddy has a PlayStation 4 Pro. Let me just, and this was before Redbox. Death Stranding came out right before Redbox said we're not renting games anymore. So I rented it from Redbox, and freaking, I sat there for a good 4 hours. I'd say an hour and a half. Logically, is how long the cutscenes were just in those 4 hours, and I'm just not into something like that.
Yeah, there's a little mid section in the game where it gets really tedious. So like the beginning, like kind of pulls you in with the music and the story, and then you actually start getting to work and like start walking and traversing the land. You're like, okay, I get this, like I understand it. But then towards the middle of the game, it gets a little tedious, and then the game starts to pick up, halfway through to the end. And then it starts getting a lot more interesting, and you get a lot better traversal through the land towards the end of the game. So like it gets really tedious in the middle, but towards the end of the game, you can move and traverse the land a lot better. So I don't know. It's hard. You got to kind of stick through it, but it's not for everybody. It like Days Gone. It's not for everybody.
And see, and that's where like I go and I get mad at people that are like, when people say it's not for everybody, they're not like bashing it. It's just they probably enjoyed it and still say it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's where I get mad at people. You know what I mean? Like they're like saying you're an Xbot or you're whatever, and it's like, dude, like, look, I played 4 hours. I will sit there all day. That's not even close to what's needed from what even you said. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, it's not my type of game. I'm not gonna. If you played all the way through Death Stranding, I'm not gonna bash you for that. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
The thing is like after finishing the game, like I'm expecting more. Like you kind of sit there and you're like, man, okay, well now I want a second one, or now I want a third one, or so on. So there's certain games that like when you finish, you either feel, man, that was good, I'm done, or man, I need closure. And so this game kind of gave me that vibe, like, I need a little bit more closure for the game. So I'm excited to see what he plans for the future. If he's gonna actually make a second one or not.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like
I want him to make VR horror games, man.
Yeah, I kind of he'd be really good at that. I really do. I really think he would be really good at that.
Yeah, I think he could pull off a horror game pretty good if he tried. But it's kind of like that PT demo I was talking about earlier. Like people that haven't played the PT demo, that demo was so good. Like people that are don't know because they just missed out on it, And now you can't download it, like PlayStation won't let you download it anymore, even if you already owned it.
Hey,
They should release that for $5. I bet you they make money.
Oh yeah.
Butcher Van,
Yeah.
are you gonna buy one of these new consoles?
I'll buy both. I'm still. I'll tell you. I'll be honest. I'm still more excited for the PS5 than I am the Xbox. To be honest.
Why is that?
I know the Xbox is more powerful, but I feel like the PlayStation is actually trying to chart new territory. Unlike the Xbox is just like, yeah, we'll do more power. And like when they revealed it in December, I was kind of critical on the design, and I was critical saying, hey, where's the new technology? This is a new generation. Where are we getting like anything technologically new, for a new generation? And I haven't seen it. And that's the difference that I'm seeing from PlayStation versus Xbox. I'm excited for the Xbox because more power means you can run your games a lot better. But in the same fact, I want to see an advancement into new technology. And
Do you think that they had to focus on the whole power thing because of last gen?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, if you look at it, like, I'm really excited about the Xbox, but nothing about it actually like really makes me excited because like for the controller, yeah, they shaped the controller a little bit differently and they added a button, right? But what fundamentally is different with that new controller? Like, there's nothing fundamentally different new technology wise in that new controller. And I think that's the thing that has me for a new generation. Like, I'm always expecting at least something that they're experimenting with, whether it's going to work or not.
And that's what excited people about the Kinect when it first came out.
Yeah,
It was new.
I'll be honest with you for a second. I think Microsoft makes more money than we even realize off the accessories. And I think they're giving you the bare bones because they're going to sell you something better. And it might not be what the Elite 2 I have now, but imagine with like half of the things that I can do, or just being able to replace the sticks or something. Like I almost think that they're gonna not rely on the hardware itself. They're gonna more rely on the software and the the accessories that come with the console itself. And I think that's why Lockhart is actually real, because I believe that they're going to use the cloud to actually power it into some realms that weren't possible.
Okay, here, Crispy, think about it this way. Let's just take controllers in for an example, right? Controllers. So the Xbox controller has a major advantage. They can push updates to the controller, which is huge. That is huge. They can actually push updates to the controller. They can
wirelessly too.
Yeah, that is a big thing, because then they can software change a lot of the problems or situations that they have with the controller. Now, PlayStation, on the other hand, they can't do that. PlayStation doesn't allow that. But PlayStation added a speaker and they added that touchpad. Well, neither of them, as you can tell, played off for the PlayStation 4, right? Like, none of them really took off. I saw a couple games used it, but not really used it.
Yeah, they didn't develop for it.
Yeah, they didn't develop for it. But it was something new and experimental. And that's what I'm getting at, is like, I was hoping that they were going to just, whether it's a pass or a fail, I was just hoping that they were going to put something in there that would be like, hey, this is possibly next generation. We're going to test this baby out, Like,
and you know what? I agree with you.
If it fails, if it works, it works.
I agree with you on that aspect, but the thing is that we didn't see a huge change between. The actual shell of the controller was a little bit larger on the one, but the 360 and the one are basically the same controller.
Here, I'll tell you one thing. If the new Xbox controller has that button, right? If it still takes me out of the game when I want to just take a screenshot, I'm going to be pissed. I'll tell you that flat out. Because I should be able to push that button and it should be able to take a screenshot in the game without having to pop up a menu and pause the game.
Okay, so
Currently on
PlayStation,
Xbox,
are you concerned that PlayStation got rid of that button?
no,
Technically.
no, they didn't get rid of that. But currently on Xbox, if you want to take a screenshot, you have to. It's basically you're pausing the game for that split
That's for
second.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for that split second to take that screenshot or the video. Versus PlayStation, you can either press the button or you can hold the button, and it will either pause or take the screenshot or take the video, depending on what you selected. That is fundamentally a better system, and I hope that Xbox has learned that, and they make the software, which they can, because we've already determined that they
are a
have the
software
capability of changing their software and their controllers to update and make it so you can make it either a long press or a quick press or a double press, and it will do what you want without taking you out of the gameplay. That is key. That is the absolute key into this whole situation. If they can do that, they will have a good controller on their hand. But if they take you out of the game like they're currently doing, I think it's going to be a bad situation. Just my opinion. Rant over.
I'm fucked up.
Okay, well, guys, this has been an awesome show. I've got to take off. I want to say thank you to everyone that came because I really needed a distraction from the shit that's been going on in the world.
Yes.
Not just the whole coronavirus, but some people may not know this, but not 100 kilometers from where I live, there was the biggest mass shooting in Canadian history on Sunday.
Yeah, I heard about
over
that.
12 people died, and they're still counting the dead as we speak. They're still looking at crime scenes. This has kind of riddled our whole community, and the fact that I get to do this on a Tuesday night, hang out with my buds, drink some beer, and just forget about the shit that goes on in the world, it means the world to me. So thank you for everybody that comes out to watch us, and thanks to you guys that came out to share this with us, like Butcher and Clowns and Invader and like all you guys, all you. The bottom of my heart. I'm not an emotional guy. I'm not a religious guy, but I appreciate you guys for doing this, and I love you. I do. So that's the way it is.
I love you too, all man. You too, motherfucker. I'm drunk. And
you love Phil Spencer.
I am sorry to hear that. Like I saw that on the news. That's crazy. So I feel for all those people.
Yeah, that's insane, Jay.
Please definitely go watch Newcomb's After Dark podcast. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world, and yes, this is an escape for us, and it's an escape for you people in chat, where we can just game and have fun and just be stupid and crazy and stuff.
That's what this is all about. Gaming is supposed to be fun. And if you're not having fun, and if you're just online bitching about shit, then this is not the hobby for you.
Exactly.
The other thing too is I appreciate the invite. That was really, caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting anything, but I appreciate you letting me join.
I forgot Fork came too.
And have some
Fork
fun.
boy. Dude, Butcher Van, anytime, dude. We love you, man.
Anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And you guys are awesome. The entire panel, like, I have nothing but respect for all of you guys. So if you guys ever need anything, my DMs are always open.
Thank you. One cool thing about like all of us, like all the guests that come on here, the panel, everyone, we're not snobs. We're not stuck up and shit. So, like, if you want to be on the show, give us a holler or something. It's just us all.
And you don't have to pay us to be here.
But it's just all of us hanging out, like in an arcade and sneaking beer and getting drunk and making us all say stuff that we normally.
It used to be the bowling alley for me.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It had an arcade in there, like you were jamming out, getting all fucked up.
Exactly. So we appreciate all you, and we will see you all next week on Graphic Gods channel.
That's right.
Laters.
All right,
Bye,
later,
guys.
guys. It was good
Love
being
you.
on here with all you guys.
And hopefully Graphic God will do everything for money as well.
That was super. That was priceless.
Problem is, my alcohol tolerance is a little higher, so I'm gonna have to drink a lot more.
I'm fucked up too. Who wants to play Mortal Kombat? You want to?
I got download. I got.
Was your Missouri internet? Oh god. I'll play Gears.
I was playing the Crypt.